You did say this morning the truths are coming out, so we're going to start with the
truths are coming out, and guys, I'm on fire.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay, and I mean, I'm not a scientist, right? I don't have PhD, and I don't need one because I've got common sense.
Yes.
Because I can tell you right now, after McDonald's, after Hungry Jack's, or any like those heavy foods, I don't want to go to the gym.
Who does?
And I don't care if people say, oh, you need self-discipline. I don't want to go to the gym because I can't be bothered. Yeah. With a hand on my heart, when I started my journey, I knew nothing. Yet I had so much common sense. And this is not me sitting here being like, look at me. No, I'm not going to tell you what macros I was on because I don't think that's necessary.
No.
But I was on well under 1,000 calories. I'll say that much. Yeah. And my fat content, you give me a pen and I'll write it for you because I don't want the listeners to copy. But
yeah, of course.
It was ridiculously low, right? And my coach said to me, this is so wrong, Mon. What we're doing is so wrong. But guess what? Sometimes not everything is by the book. You know why? Because everyone is an individual.
She's ICN Pro, 7 years later, IFBB Pro. She's bikini, not bikini. She's built for wellness, and boy, did she make us all aware of that. Knowing how to win and knowing how to lose beautifully. Lose like you've won. Her foot was once bigger than her waist. A love affair with animals, her dog, or maybe dogs. Is it a dog or dogs?
Dogs. A lot of dogs.
She's an extrovert, but an introvert that can talk, but not talk on stage. She doesn't give up, plans big, aims high. Will she sing for us? Maybe pole dance or play the keyboard?
Maybe.
I'm talking about the one and only, 99% of the times happy, all the time, Monika Jedras. How are you?
Hello.
How are you? You well?
Yes. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
How long has it taken?
After so long.
I think it started on TikTok, you know, and then I shuffled over to, and that communication was poor. We shuffled over to Instagram, and we got somewhere, and that became poor.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you were I can only imagine how many people you talked to.
I do feel very embarrassed about that. I must admit.
Well, I wasn't.
It was crazy after the competition in last year, April.
Yeah.
Time flies. Oh my God. Yeah. And I think you've commented on my video that went viral on TikTok.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think that's how it started. Yeah.
Well,
it's just been crazy since then.
I think first and foremost,
excuses.
Yeah, it's good excuses. I think first and foremost, let's reminisce. So, I didn't know who you were, and you obviously competed in Western Australia.
Yes.
Right, and you won that state show.
Yeah.
And I can mention it. I was with John Torelli. I love bodybuilding. I've loved bodybuilding for 3.5 decades. I know from Lee Haney to Dorian Yates to Sugar Ray, Ray. Oh God, I can't get his surname. Kevin Levrone, you name it. I know Ramis but I've always just enjoyed. I've never been a person with posters on my wall. I love a good body and Harley Davidsons. Two I've got. So I always liked it when when you had those posters up and there was a guy on a Harley Davidson and he had big arms, but he had this beautiful girl wrapped around him like on the bike. Like, I don't know about you, but that was my competition photos to wanna, which I do have a Harley, but no one's hugging me on the back at the moment. So maybe we can do one today. But so when I came to the shows, let me go back a little bit. I'm 55. So 5 years ago, which is...
Look it.
Thank you. Do I look older though? No.
No, I don't think so. A little bit. No, I'm joking.
I know you're comical. So I went in 2019. I wanted to compete. That's when I wanted to compete.
And 2019?
2019 when I turned 50. So 9 months out, I was competing for season B.
So cool. IFBB Pro League?
Yes, I was.
2019?
And I've never competed, and I know no one, no coach, no
gosh,
nothing.
that's
No
so
coach,
cool.
no one.
Fun fact, I was already competing for 2 years then.
Well, I knew no one. I didn't know about coaching. I didn't know about posing. I didn't even diet. I mean, I knew about
To an extent.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you another story. I've never ever taken a cycle. That was the first time I did a cycle by myself.
And how did that go?
I've got it all documented here.
That would be interesting for the listeners.
I blew myself out.
Let's ask you some questions.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, all right. You'd like to have fun. We'll have fun and we'll talk real raw. So, about 6 months.
Ready? Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah.
Don't lie.
6
I'll
months.
pick up on it.
Oh, you will. We've got the lie detectors going on and news flash. So 6 months out of turning 50, I went and saw my gym bro.
I need some water for this.
Yeah. I went and saw my gym bro.
Yeah.
Gym bro meaning I knew this guy was on cycles and I knew his brother.
Hang on, was that 6 months before the comp?
I turned 50, before the comp. So before the comp.
Before the comp.
Before the
Gotcha.
comp, and I
Yeah.
was turning 50 after that. So it was around, actually, I lie, it was 2018. It was your first comp. 2018, I was going to compete.
17 was my first one.
17 was your first one. That's right. 18 was I was going to come in and then turn 50 the year after. So I was, I don't know, I can't remember anyway. It's one of the comps. It was one of the comps. No, let's go back again.
No, don't run away from the subject.
No,
of the
I've got to get the dates right.
That's what you're trying to do, okay?
I'm not. Okay, the date was, I wanted to compete season A, season A 2019, season A. That's what I was going to compete. Because my birthday was in March, so I was going to be ready for April. So I was turning 50. So I started a cycle 6 months before, maybe a bit more. And I went to, no offense to my Lebanese gym friend, only because the Greek ones aren't doing it as good anymore. And I said, I won't say his name. I said, and I trusted him, and he even said to me, "Do you know what you're doing?" And I said, "No." He goes, "All right." He goes, "Are you sure you want to do this?" I go, "Yes." He goes, "Do you know, like everything, like needles, you name it? I know nothing, but this guy, like everything from." This is really good. This is the first time we've opened up so deep in this. I've said it before. I knew syringe sizes. I knew needle sizes. I knew where to go to get free needles, free everything, free the works. I knew free. You go to shooting clinics. They give you everything free. I know. You turn up with all the rest of them, like, whatever. Having said that,
I'm not sure what's going to happen on this podcast.
It's going to be a good one, especially with Monika. But having said it, you did say this morning the truths are coming out. So we're going to start with the
truths are coming out, and guys, I'm on fire.
Yeah. All right, good.
Okay.
So, yes, she's ready to go. She's ready to go.
When the hair flick comes out, we're on.
We're on. Good. So, what happened was he left. He just told me, I've got it on my phone. He just told me meals, days,
Everything.
And I just went home and I followed the program myself. But what happened was, the first one was great. The second one, when I decided to go and do it a second time, he said to me, "Calm down a little bit. You don't, like, can I put a bit more in?" He goes, No. I go, "No, I can put a bit more in." And I just blew myself out. I just went like a rocket ship.
What happened?
I lost my appetite. I got sick. I had a thing called it comes up every blue like colitis that got me. A few what it meant was.
Did you test your?
I didn't even do blood tests. Nothing.
Medication.
Trust me.
Did you test it or not?
No, it was no. I'm telling you. I know you're going to think it was a dodgy whatever it was. I know. I hear where you're going with this. The reason I went to this guy, I've known him for a decade. His brothers.
Yeah, but where did the guy get it from?
No. Anyway, I see your point.
Hang on.
But
are we talking about the Lebanese friend?
But let me tell you something. I put on. I'm at the moment 86 kilos and I'm not even ripped. I've still got body fat on me. I've nothing. My true weight's 81, 79, 81. That's me.
I was 85 and a half about, what are we now? May? A few months ago? Not that long ago.
Is that the heaviest you've ever been?
Yeah.
Yeah.
85 and a half.
What's your stage weight?
I was a big girl.
What's your stage weight?
If Tony Doherty's listening to this, he'll rip me.
What's your stage weight?
Stage weight was 66 and a half.
It's amazing because isn't it an illusion how big you look?
Yeah. I'm very tall though, and my first stage weight was...
When I saw you...
56, 55 and a half.
Let me tell you...
And I was very lean. I just didn't have... I mean, I've never done a building phase before my first comp. Do you know what I mean? So I went and just competed, but there was nothing because I'm so tall. There was any type of muscle to fill out the skin.
Yeah, yeah.
So I got really lean. I looked like... What are those wobbly head things?
Oh, they're called dolls. What are they called?
Yeah.
Bobblehead?
Yeah,
Doll, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I look like.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hey guys, Steve here from Muscle Talks podcast. I just want to say a big thank you for everyone that's subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Why subscribe? It allows us to get a bigger reach, a bigger audience, and get those that love and have a massive love affair with bodybuilding onto this podcast. Some of the elites, we're talking to them now. We've had some of them already on. So please subscribe and also hit the notification bell. Why? It notifies you when we've launched a new podcast, some great new content that you might be interested in. So we want you to get the very best from us. So please subscribe, notification bell, and let's get back to the podcast.
Well, let me just say to you that I went from...
I'll show you a photo quickly.
Yeah, please.
Keep talking.
I went 90 kilos ripped. Big.
90 kilos.
90 kilos, from 81 to 90 kilos. So, look, it worked. But what didn't work is I knew no one, knew nothing. I just went solo, by myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look at my waist.
Well, let me tell you, was that your first comp?
First comp.
I know.
It's crazy, right?
Amazing, yeah. I don't know where I studied you.
I just want to quickly say, like, I was looking through Instagram, as we all do, right, at night. And who was it? I came across one of the influencers. Can't remember, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I remember seeing this person in 2016-17. And I swear to God, I remember so clearly thinking, oh my God, it's going to take me so long to look like this.
Oh.
And now I'm a pro.
Yeah.
And this girl is not that it matters.
No.
But you get me, right? It's like at that point in time, all I was thinking about is I'm so far away. I'm never going to get there. But I'm going to keep going, but I'm never going to get there. My almost realistic, I'm a very realistic person. And it's crazy because I can feel it. It's really hard to put it into words and explain it because some things in life you feel it from the inside, you know?
I think I was going to compete with no coach, no one. I just knew what I know about bodybuilding. I mean, I know how to rip up, but what I realised when I came to your comp, when I came to the Sydney comp, that was the first time not the first time I went to comps, it's the first time I got real access, up close. I was on stage when they were taking photos of you, and I was there taking photos of you.
I want to see those photos.
You will see. But what I'm trying to say is... Yeah, you can tell the level of discipline and the workmanship you put in. And I have to say, without sounding creepy, you were a goddess. You looked amazing. You did.
Thank you.
You did.
I really
You were
appreciate
tall. You definitely tall. Your eyes, and then you
could you see my eyes from the audience?
No,
all that makeup.
I got to come. No, but I got to come right up on stage at the end, right? And so you were there during the guys, so that you had to stay in. Like you really, you did Saturday, and then Sunday was the men. Correct? Is that how it was? Or
yes. I think I did.
Saturday was the girls. Sunday was the men up then.
Yeah.
They've changed it around this weekend. I think they made it the guys first.
Yeah, they have.
They did.
Yeah.
So when I saw you, tall, obviously high heels, and your form, your muscularity, definitely, like I said, that's why you're a pro. But your infectious smile, big smile, eyes. Like I said, and your hair was long, and you had it. Obviously, girls do it. Boof,
Yeah, it was a little bit dark. I'm actually going to
you
go
were,
darker.
you were. It was dark. It was kind of black. So let's start off with a philosophy quote, right?
Okay.
Philosophy quote by Marcus Aurelius.
Hit me with it.
Chris's favourite, right? Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life, there we go, Marcus Aurelius' book. There we go. Chris is reading it. Okay. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. What do you think of that? The happiness of your life.
The happiness of your life.
Yeah, depends upon the quality of your thoughts.
100%.
Yeah?
100% correct.
Why? I'm going to say why too, but yeah, what do you think so?
You go first.
Well, I think... Well,
Let's put you on the spot first.
I'll put Chris on the spot. Oh, Jesus Christ, everyone's go first. All right. I didn't realise that... I'm going to play a little trick with you. You ready to play a little trick?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, 1 second.
I'm waiting.
Okay. I want you to look around the room and see everything that's red. Look around the room. Look around the room.
Everything that's red?
Everything that's red, just look around the room. Find reds.
Yeah, okay.
Find red, yeah. Find reds.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah. All right, now close your eyes. Now tell me what's blue.
Like with my eyes closed?
Yeah,
Nothing?
that's right. Because what I told you to focus on is all you saw.
I was thinking, is there a trick to it? Should I say yes?
No. What I'm saying is, as you looked around the room to find red, you didn't see blues, greens, browns, blacks. You saw nothing. That's your thoughts. So in life, what I'm thinking is, what he's saying here is, if you are miserable, all you see is a miserable life.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that and it's true. And haven't you been with someone or hung out with someone and you think, you shook them, like, be positive, man. It's not that bad. But I didn't sleep good. I don't get up good. Work was shit. Everything's shit. And you think, you just can't change because that person's perspective, their limited happiness is in their thoughts.
Yeah. But I also I also believe in, this is going to sound really woo-woo, but I believe in universe. I don't know if you want to call it universe, or Chris might want to call it something else, or someone might want to call it God, someone else might want to call it Buddha. I don't know, but I believe...
What do you call it?
I believe in God.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. I believe in God.
I'm from Europe, so we've been
Whereabouts are you
brought up
from?
like that. Well, have a guess. I'm not going to tell you all the answers.
I was trying to guess that with Chris.
Yeah, we were trying.
Yeah. Are we going to fail miserably?
No, just go on.
No, just tell your story and we'll get there.
So, what was I saying?
High power, God, universe, Buddhist.
I believe that, whatever it is out there, it's very important to be a good person. Because for some reason, I mean, I don't want to jinx myself, touch wood, but look, those who know me from a very, very young age, no, right? I don't need to explain what I'm like. It's pretty obvious. I'm an open book. But I've always had just universe bending for me. And the older I get, the more I believe in it.
Yep.
We went through so many struggles as a Polish family that,
there you go, you're Polish.
I said it. As a Polish family that's, on the other side of the globe.
Yeah.
And, everyone, what you've just said just connects to so many other dots, like... we've always had people, you have a good life, Mon, or, like your family's so lucky. But it's like, my family has a good heart.
Yeah.
My dad, if you've met my dad, you don't understand the type of person he is.
Is he around?
He's around.
What's he like?
Oh my gosh, my dad, if you met my dad, mark my words, you would say to me, Mon, I have never ever met anyone like it. He's very straight up, very funny, says completely what's on his mind, sometimes completely out of line. But typical, European bloke. Yeah. But also, put it this way, we went years and years ago to Thailand for holiday. and he would just cry out of nowhere. And my dad is a hard man. He's a European man.
Yeah.
But he would look at the kids and he'd feel for them. And, you know,
That's
next thing you see is he spent $1,000
That's a strong
giving
man.
money away
But that's a strong man.
to people that need it. That's my dad in a nutshell, right? And yeah, like going back to what you've said, I believe in the universe. I believe that there is something out there that if you're a positive person, you're a good person, you don't pretend. That's really important. You can't just go and say, well, I'm going to be nice to this person because I'm going to get something out of it. No. Like universe knows. You need to be nice from your heart. But you can't just pretend. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You need to be able to help. And this is where it takes us back to how are you going to be a pro? You should be a pro long before you win your pro card. And that should come from your heart. It should come here internally. It shouldn't be something that, you know, well, I want to be a pro, you know, 6 months before the competition, Tony knows I'm going to compete, I'm just going to act really nice. No. Yeah. You should always be the person that, you know, you are.
Yeah. What do you think, Chris, from that phrase? I want to get back to you in a second.
What was the phrase? I forgot the phrase.
Happiness
comes from the quality of your thoughts.
Your happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts.
Look, it doesn't matter what I think, but it's just amazing that Marcus Aurelius thinks that.
Yeah.
He's, at the time when he was writing Meditations, and that's probably coming from that book, Meditations, he is running the world.
Yeah.
He was running the biggest empire in the world. And he even knows that his happiness comes from the quality of his thoughts. Not of whatever war he won, whatever territory he conquered, or how much money he has or wealth. And he has it all.
Yeah, but it's funny because I agree with you, and I agree with you. Me, I'm wrestling at the moment. To be honest, I'm wrestling with life. With life.
What?
With God, with everything. I'm fucked off with him. I believe in God. I am God. It's cool.
Are you Catholic?
Orthodox. But I've, you know, I go to church predominantly every Sunday.
Yeah, but
no,
that's a whole another story. Church, hang on. Church does not, these days I'd say church doesn't matter. Back in the day when I was little, we had to go to church because, you know, it's Europe. What will the neighbours say?
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? But the God is in your heart.
Let me
in the church.
Let me. No, what I'm trying to say. No, you're right. The church contradicts everything. The people at the church contradict everything. I wonder who's a true Christian in anything I go to.
Yeah.
I do believe that
It's warm.
I do believe that.
I'm burning up.
I do believe that the truth prevails in silence. The truth always prevails in silence. It doesn't matter that you talk it. It's how you feel it and what you know and what you think. But what I'm trying to say to you is sometimes, like you explained your dad and you love that. Me, I can be your dad too. But my kids don't even resonate with that. They're wondering, why are you so loud and giving and why are you straightforward and to the point? Like, obviously, the world is shifting and changing. You can only be yourself every single moment, every time. So for me, when I say I wrestle with the universe, God, whoever it is, my wrestle is I know how truthful I am. I know my heart. But boy, he must have some big plans for me because the challenges he gives me at the moment aren't favourable ones. Yeah, this is beautiful, but other favourable ones. Like, I mean, I don't want to go in depth, but I think faith isn't just when things are good for you. I think faith is all you have when things aren't good for you. Does that make sense what I'm saying? So when they're not good, what do you have? When people lie to you, what do you have? Faith. When people let you down, what do you have? faith.
True.
So that's for me. Like I said, it's,
I like that.
Yeah, so it's not just about... But anyway, and I agree. The only reason I go to church, the only reason I go is, one, I don't read the Bible. So it's read to me. Now, when it's read to me, like the guy at the front reads it, I sit at the back of the church and I listen. And just like Marcus Aurelius, I dissect what is read. And I think, just because he's telling me what's read, but I hear what's read. So the only reason I go is I need to hear the word, because I'm not going to read it. How will I know what God wants? By that Bible. So anyway, that's where we are. Okay, let's get into some serious stuff now. Let's get real serious. You ready? Yeah, no, it's more serious than that, mate. Hip thrust. Should men do it?
Oh,
Is it a good thing?
Seen
And
that.
is it true?
I've seen
Watch a man do a hip
podcast.
thrust.
Okay, I was
It's good for
actually
the bedroom.
getting really annoyed when I've seen the reel that you've made.
Which one?
The one about the hip thrust.
Wait, which reel? We've done one with Philippa.
No,
and
not
we've done one with
not
Jeff.
Philippa.
With
Jeff.
Yeah,
I
of course,
think.
yeah. But like I said,
I think Philippa said that men should do it, didn't she?
she goes, "You're not a man if you don't."
That's right, and I agree more with Philippa than the other guy, 100%.
Yeah, most definitely.
What the hell?
What the hell? You got to allow the personality to be the personality on the podcast. I can't muzzle. I don't mean to muzzle. What happened with Philippa was, we'll go back a little bit. It was a lot of fun. Chris is there.
Hang on, read the question again. So
All
what
right,
are we
hip
actually
thrust.
trying
Hip
to
thrust.
answer?
Is hip thrust?
Should men do it?
Yeah.
Can you remind me, what did Jeff say? Was it Jeff?
Jeff said, "Don't fucking do it."
But why? I can't remember what was the reason why.
his idea was
They're
that
useless?
he believes squatting, lunges, other stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Okay, well, I have a really, really interesting perspective on that. Then.
But let me just go on.
A lot of people in the comments didn't hear that.
No, yeah, trust me. I've been answering 50, 60 comments. It's been amazing. I love it. Every single person gets answered, whether they're pro, not. They get answered.
Yeah.
Because I love it. I love to also win people over, not by my perspective, but a common perspective.
So I will tell you something really cool.
But when I said to Philippa, this is what I said to Philippa. I said, when I do hip thrust, I'm not going to use the word I initially used, but I will use the word the boys made up. Philippa's boyfriend and Chris, Philippa's boyfriend, he called it's zesty. Meaning when we do it at the gym, it's not like doing squats.
Yeah.
We believe that in 2006 that was created, the glute hip thrust, and women have embraced it. So it's not that it's a woman's exercise, but it's been embraced. So I guess as a guy, when you do it, it feels, I said, should guys do it? That was my question to Philippa. Doesn't it feel a bit uncomfortable for a guy to do it? And she was like, no, guys should do it. And if you're not doing it, you're not good in the bedroom. And then we laughed our heads off. And the boys go, yeah, it's zesty. And yes, like I said, it was actually very comical. But now it's the talk of the town. But I do know some girls that I've listened to their posts, and I have had on the podcast, have said some of them have grown glutes without a hip thrust.
Yeah, and this is where I was going with that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to go.
Yeah, so I have, for the first, I reckon 4 years of my career, majority of my exercises would be lunges, Bulgarian split squats.
Yeah.
Squats.
Yeah, Bulgarian ones are hard. Especially stepping back.
A lot of lunges. So, and I can count probably on my 2 hands how many times I did proper hip thrusts with, I'll do glute bridge, same shit, different smell. But I wouldn't do I wouldn't go on a hip thrust machine. I wouldn't load up a barbell like your typical hip thrust, right? So
but
I
why?
can relate. I don't know. I don't know. I was with a different coach back then, and
but see,
I was doing what I was given as such.
Yeah. So I think Jeff is a different personality and the way he talks.
Yeah.
So it's not that he's trying to intimidate you, but you can get intimidated by his kind of language and the way he spoke.
No, I don't get intimidated.
No, not you. I'm saying, no, what I'm saying is I can have a drink with Jeff and I want Jeff to be Jeff. I want you to be you. I want all of us to be us, as long as we're all truthful and not trying to take the other one out and overpower. So I think when we did the podcast and Chris edited it for airing and we put the juicy bits on, my God, everyone went berserk. But when you read carefully...
I think that's good.
Yeah. So I'll tell you what, he's, out of all the podcasts we've done, he's climbed that quick. He's number 4 most watched. Philippa is number 1 at the moment. Philippa's just went through the roof. We're talking about ones that we did 11 months ago. Like I said, he's exceeded, like, meaning they're watching it, they're wanting to understand it. Some people get it, some people don't. But to be honest, that's everyone. I mean, like I said to you, calories in, calories out, that's been the biggest topic at the moment. I mean, let's go with calories in, calories out, and then we'll talk about that since we talked about with hip thrust. So for me, I tell you what, I don't do any glute exercises, and I'm not saying that's a good thing.
But do you do any lunges?
No, I do lunges. But what I'm saying is, back, I trained late 80s, 90s. All we knew was we didn't have all the equipment.
Yeah.
We had squatting, leg press, and hack machine, and that was it. We didn't know about RDLs, reverse lunges. It was lunges, but not Bulgarian. It was just a bit different, and the gym was 90% guys.
Yeah.
And the girls were doing aerobics upstairs. That was it. That was kind of like, it's changed dramatically. So what I mean is, now I see the way the guys, COSI is, it's showing off their glutes. Everything matters. So I guess, like I said to you, it's, if I was...
I mean, it depends on the form as well, right? Like if
form,
you can, like, and how hard you work, really. Because if you can bang out a good workout and, let's say, not have any particular hip thrust movement in your program for, let's say, the next 3 years, but you're lifting well, progressing, and, you have glute focused, as such lunges where... you are focusing on actually hitting that muscle.
Yeah.
Then that's fine.
Well, the other thing is, I've heard, and you can, being the athlete, pro, trainer, everything, and your love affair with the sport, I can see.
But maybe if you do want to be better in bed, then you should do hip thrusts. You'll get more practice.
Well, look, I said something in Philippa's one. And I said something about, it's something about talk. Let me tell you something. Everyone talks. Everyone talks about the bedroom, meaning guys especially. Like, I'm going to do this to you. Let's just say, wow. I can tell you now, I only believe, as a guy, you're only as good as your last performance.
Not good at all.
Because why?
That's great.
Yeah, true. Because if your last performance was shit, and you didn't make that person happy, you're not that good in the bedroom. You could have been good in the bedroom. You think you've gone and danced and rock and rolled. There's an art.
That's too funny.
Yeah, it is funny, but there's an art. So I don't talk. I'll tell you a funny story. Can I get personal? Like, let's go.
Yeah, that's fine.
You go on dating sites.
Chris is
when you go on dating sites. Well, you don't, but I do. Well, I've gone
maybe
on
years.
Maybe years, but
years ago.
But I remember once someone saying to me, "This is words." I think she said to me something like,
"This is going to be good."
Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Chris is ready. She said something like, she goes to me, "I think you'll be good in the bedroom." Me. And this is my answer to her. I don't know. I did. I said, I don't know. And I'll tell you why. Better to put mystery in their head than tell them you're going to be great. So I said, I don't know. Maybe. Let's see.
Yeah, that's
Let's
hilarious.
find out.
Yeah.
And
I think that's great.
Because some guys will go, yeah, I'm going to be upstairs.
Oh, that's a real ick.
Yeah, but like I said to you.
No guy should ever do that.
So tell me something. Let's do something. Let's go also. I'm going off script.
We should do icks.
What's icks?
Icks, like ill.
Ew. Ew. What's that?
Like,
Brother. What that? Now, just quickly.
there was a guy in the gym. I don't judge guys, but
Go ahead.
far out.
Yeah, number one.
What happened?
Yeah, maybe not.
You don't have to mention
say
name. Say it.
Oh, there is so many icks. Oh, I just can't stand like when there is guys in the gym with, you know, like a shirt, another shirt, a hoodie, you know, a hat.
Oh my God, they look like they're gonna mug you.
Yeah, they're walking around like this.
Yeah.
With the truckies. Is that a Chris?
Chris.
is
That's
worried
Chris.
he's not
That's
going to
Chris.
do that anymore.
Chris.
Hey?
I
No,
know.
but there is a particular look about it.
There,
You need to also have a chewing gum and those earphones.
oh yeah, the
like
big,
here,
big,
you know,
big, yeah,
like
I
they're
know.
playing, but you're not really listening to them because you've got two fucking hoods on your head.
Have you seen that account that tracks icks? Like takes notes of all icks?
On
No.
TikTok.
He just goes every time he comes across a girl on Instagram talking about that's icky, this is icky, that's icky. He takes notes. He puts all the icks in the notes.
Oh.
And he has like 600 now.
Oh gosh, that's
Look,
too funny.
The gym has become again. I love the gym. It's like showering, brushing teeth. You go to the gym, you don't think about it. You just go, you do your work, come home, right? Go to job. But the thing is, when I trained, we were lucky if our tractions lasted the last squat. Like they were ready to rip. The shoes were broken. The t-shirts were just we never wore good things to the gym. The gym was sweat, dripping, shit. It's different. And I still, to be honest, still to today, I remember I had a black t-shirt, just a Nike one, and I think I was cleaning the pool and I got bleach on it. I went, fuck, I got bleach on my Nike t-shirt. It's my favorite gym t-shirt. I got ones that I got holes under here. I just feel good when I train in them. Like I like to differentiate my clothing. I like my going out, looking good on the Harley, I guess, going for a cafe, and then I have my gym clothes, which is I just walk in, just get the job done, get the hell out. But I want to talk about a subject that has been, again, calories in, calories out. All right? The thing is, I want to hear your opinion on this, all right? Because Jeff said it's not, the way he said it, and I tend to agree, and it's on the surface level. He goes, it's not fucking calories in, calories out. If that's what someone tells you, he said something about sack 'em, right? And it's true. Everyone's now a nutritionist when they're not. I thought, wait a minute.
True.
And everyone's a guru.
Yeah.
Everyone's a mentor. Everyone's fixing your mental health. Now, everything is because they've experienced the surface level. Me, on calories in, calories out, I'm going to give you an example quickly.
So what like
What we're going to talk about is, so for me, so Jeff was saying that, what we're talking about, his story was macronutrients. What's the density of the food you're having?
Macros are calories.
No. What I'm saying to you is, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Or I'll give you an example.
Go.
All right. This week, 7 days.
McDonald's.
I want you to eat chocolate. 2,000 calories of chocolate.
Kill me, no way.
No, but hear me out. You eat 2,000 calories of chocolate. Wait, it's calories in, calories out. But
yeah,
but by the seventh day of you're only eating chocolate. So if you're allowed to have a whole chocolate bar, if that's 2,000 calories, you've got to divide it up for your day, right? So by the end of the 7th day, not only will you have poor cognitive behavior,
yeah, of course,
poor cell development. So macronutrients is macronutrients, the macronutrients inside something. So in other words, if I told you just to eat chicken breast for the week, you have better chances at the end of 7 days to have some kind of benefit reaction. Maybe the proteins help cell development.
Yeah, of course.
So what we were talking about calories in, it's not calories in, calories out. That makes sense. Chocolate, cake, it's what you have in that number that matters.
Yeah, 100%.
Also, if you are a person that is an office worker that sits like this, but you're a brickie.
Sedentary? Is that the word in English? When you're sitting? A sedentary job? Is that what you say in English?
Yeah, I actually heard it yesterday for the first time.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm Polish and I know that. That's the word,
I don't
right?
even know the word. What's the word?
Sedentary, because when you fill out some paperwork,
Sedentary,
sometimes
yeah.
you have to. Are you active? Are you sedentary?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But I don't use that word very
Yeah, I've
often
heard it
because
Well,
it's
it
yesterday.
sounds
such a
very smart.
it's such a tongue twister for me.
Sedentary, yeah.
So what we were saying is,
Yeah.
what,
Macros matter.
Macronutrients matters, but also density of food, the density of
Correct.
food, and also what's your occupation. If you're a brickie and you're carrying bricks, you're burning calories differently to
More.
someone sitting
Correct.
down.
Yeah.
So I get the story. Now everyone's an expert. It's numbers. I know it's numbers.
Yeah,
It's
so
all numbers. But what's inside those numbers to make those numbers? So last thing I'll say, we're talking about petrol. You know when you put petrol in your car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think they have different octanes? So it's a 60
Well, because one is better than the other,
Yeah,
right?
so what I'm
the
saying
more
is-
expensive the car, the better the petrol.
Yeah, but the thing
should be.
yes.
I think.
But the
I'm not
tank
great for cars.
But the tank is 60 gallons. So where do
What,
you
the
put
same?
Yeah, or,
Is it the same in every car?
No, we'll just say 60 gallons. So when you fill your car with petrol,
Yeah.
with petrol, with bad petrol, you're still putting 60 gallons in. But the car motor won't enjoy bad petrol.
Yeah,
But when you
good
put
point.
good petrol in 60 gallons, your motor enjoys it and
Yeah.
probably takes you a little bit further.
Correct. But this is there was a few things I was going to say and I bet you they will leave my mind now. First of all, common sense.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have it.
Yes.
Okay? You don't need... Can you please do a little cutout with that
We will.
when I do that?
Yeah.
And I tell people they need to have common sense.
Yeah, don't worry. We got Chris is very good at everything.
Okay. So I actually had a very quite famous bodybuilder, I won't be mentioning names, messaged me yesterday and we laughed about, from the United States, about common sense. Yeah, I'll try to word it a little bit nicer because I just find it that in Australia sometimes there is not much of that.
No.
Please don't come at me.
No, 'cause
I just
we-
know I'm
Yeah.
honest. I'm sorry if I'm too honest, but I just feel like people are so stupid sometimes and don't use their head. The thing is, whether you have a coach or a nutritionist, and you're right, everyone is an expert and it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, everyone's an expert. That's right.
But, okay, if you know nothing, you're my coach, I'm a client, I know nothing, okay? I know nothing. I know nothing about macros, I know nothing about calories. If I have 2 minutes or 5.5 fucking minutes a day to sit down and write down, I've eaten a salad or, I don't know, chicken and potato, chicken and rice on Monday, how did that make me feel, okay? And I've eaten McDonald's on Wednesday, how did that make me feel? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Self-awareness.
Yeah.
And this is common sense to me. Sit
Yeah.
down and figure yourself out. And you will get an answer very quick
Yes.
of what makes you feel how. So going back to the calories in and out, when someone sits there and says, well, you've told me to eat, Chris, 2,000 calories and I've had McDonald's all day or a week or I had chocolate, well, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because like you said, not only after, I feel like shit at the end of the week. Yeah, you do. Because what you've done, you should know. You don't need a coach to tell you that 90, and I mean, I'm not a scientist, right? I don't have PhD and I don't need one because I've got common sense.
Yes.
Like, you don't need a coach to tell you that McDonald's, heavy foods. And McDonald's, I don't think it's bad.
No.
It's not bad food. We don't like labeling food as good and bad. However, I believe 98%, 99% of people will feel like crap.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, after McDonald's, after Hungry Jack's, or any like those heavy foods, I don't want to go to the gym.
Who does?
And I don't care if people say, oh, you need self-discipline. I don't want to go to the gym because I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
Because I know personally how these foods affect me. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say
This is where
that.
I get really frustrated because with a hand on my heart, when I started my journey, I knew nothing. Yet I had so much common sense. And this is not me sitting here being like, look at me. No, I literally, like, I can't explain it anymore right now. I had a coach. He was great. Don't get me wrong. But back in that day, I did not know what the hell was ICN, what was IFBB, like what was macros, what was this, what was this. No one ever told me anything. Yet I found my way around it, you know, booking posing classes, like just now talking everything. You get me, right? This is like, I never went and said to my coach, well, you know, you didn't clarify what foods I need to eat. So I've just eaten chocolate and lollies for the whole week.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's common sense. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, no, I'm with you. You made me remember. Do you know, I said to you, I started at the end of the 80s, early 90s. Firstly, all I knew was this: rice, chicken, potatoes, veal, rice. Even we had pasta, trust me, with no sauce, just pasta, a bit of salt on top, right? That was the carb. Everything was different. No one told us anything, but we kind of knew we're bodybuilding. We're at the gym. We're doing something, so we need something.
Am I
in
really
return.
red?
No, you look perfect. It's a bit hot, is it?
I feel like I'm burning up a storm.
All right.
I think I got really worked up.
No, that's all right. No, you're going to get more worked up. But I just know.
I can't wait for more heated subject.
Well, I'll tell you now, when I go
Subject.
When I eat.
The Australians are going to slam me now.
I don't even know the last time. I don't ever, every time I eat McDonald's or any food, there's never been a moment that makes me feel good. I'm not saying I don't enjoy eating the burger.
No, I get it.
But at the end of it, I don't jump off my couch to run to the gym. But when I eat good all day, I can't wait to go to the gym. So it's the fuel. So
100%.
so everyone sits there. That's what I'm saying is calories in, calories out makes you sound smart. Do you know inside what's smart? What is it to eat?
Yeah, and that's for the individual.
Yeah.
Of
course.
Yeah, I was going to say something else about the macros, but I don't know if it fits the subject.
Like, what do you mean?
So, don't know where I was going with this, but I will say it anyway. You know how we're saying everyone is an expert, and everyone is a nutritionist, blah blah. So I'll give you guys a quick example to the ones that are listening out there. When I was prepping for my pro card, not 23, but the pro card that I won.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what macros I was on because I don't think that's necessary.
No.
But I was on well under 1,000 calories. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
And my fat content, you give me a pen and I'll write it for you because I don't want the listeners to copy. But
yeah, of course.
It was ridiculously low, right? And my coach said to me, we were actually having a laugh because he says...
You don't have a pen?
He says to me, what did he say? This is so wrong, Mon. What we're doing is so wrong. But... guess what? Sometimes not everything is by the book. You know why? Because everyone is an individual.
Yeah, of course it is. 100%.
Everyone is an individual. That was my fat content. You just said it.
Well, let me...
And a little bit lower sometimes. So, but what I'm getting at, the major point in this sentence is that everyone is different. There will be people listening to this and be like, science. I get it. But when you're a professional bodybuilder, guess what, mate? If I was on the calories that the science says, I would never get shredded and I'd be a fat blob in off season.
Are you saying as well, is it like when people are skinny and they can eat what they want and they say skinny? Like, I can't. If I eat the way some people burn calories, like, do you know, you got that cousin that just never puts on weight?
Yeah, I've got a friend like that. It's really annoying.
That's what I'm saying is, it's like, but what you're saying is...
You can tell in the body composition.
No, of course you can. But what I'm trying to say to you is, but you know yourself, you needed this because what was normal isn't working for your metabolism. Wasn't working. You said,
yeah, correct.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
you have to adjust.
Just probably a little bit of a different. I guess I navigated a little bit, but just in the scheme of Instagram and social media and all the experts these days, you know how many coaches I've had message me and be like, I can get your metabolism, or blah blah blah. I can do this for you, and I'm like, man, my metabolism is fine, bro. Since maybe it's not perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect, right? But like, I have a lot of scans done. But anyway, I'm fine. But the point is, since I've started competing, my calories have always been really low. Always.
Well, let me.
And that's probably never going to change. Scotty has done an amazing job
he's
with me.
yeah, he's. I mean, he's.
But he always says, Mon, like, you're weird. Like, you grow really easily. But
isn't it great that that's what makes him a great coach?
I cut on low calories, yeah.
Isn't that's what makes him a great coach?
Yeah. No, what makes him a great coach is the knowledge, yes. But you know what? Scott knows how to talk, how to take care of the head.
Yeah,
because
he's smart.
Great athletes, they're already great. They know how to do nutrition. They know how to train, yeah? You don't need someone, he does my program, but I mean, half of the time I change it anyway. He knows. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We know how to do those things. What we do need at that level is someone to control the ticker here.
But that's because he's a very intelligent man.
Very
Intelligent man.
Very intelligent.
And you know how many... And you know, to be a personal trainer, you don't have to be intelligent.
Hey?
To be a personal trainer, you don't have to be intelligent in this game. You can just do a weekend course, 5-week course, and you become personal. What I'm saying is... unfortunately, I've seen people also promote mental health coaches, and I know they take medication, and I think, wow, you don't coach while you're in something yourself. You need to be not only out of it, you need to be out of it for years so you can reflect back and say, this is how I came out, but this is how I worked years later away from it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So we've got a lot of experts in this game. All right, let's get back to you on the road to pro.
Yes.
18th of the 3rd, 2023. This is when you are going. Waist, 7th hole, kidney belt, small size, extra small size. How did you get your waist so small? What was
everyone wants to know, and I'm not telling anyone my secrets. No, I'm joking.
Come on.
Not you, in case you compete, you know. Why would I want you to have a smaller waist than me?
We'll switch off the cameras, Chris.
No, genetics.
So you have a small waist.
The truth is genetics. However, I've done a lot of experiments on myself, I must admit.
Yep.
And doesn't matter what, but I did. And with my previous coach, there was something that happened. Do we have time quickly? I'll show you a photo. And
it's your podcast, isn't it?
My waist was comparisons here.
You don't worry about me. I'd worry more about Chris. I don't worry
Chris
about
wants us out of here already.
Oh, Chris is... No,
Look at this.
Chris is...
So this was a photo on stage, yeah. So this is 2022, and that was me, the pro card. When not even on stage.
Wait a minute. Who's that?
That's me.
Fuck, that doesn't look like you.
Yeah. So in 2022, I did the bikini stage show. Obviously, Tony said I'm way too big. Competed in Wellness Nationals, then had off-season with Scotty.
Tony had said a few jokes, didn't he, that you kept coming last or something like that, but then you were an ICN pro, so you must have won. So, wow. I didn't even recognise you.
So, you know, I always say, regardless of, you know, slightly different posing, blah, 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 the proof is in the pudding.
So how did you do it?
Well, it comes back to genetics. I was just really lucky that this picture here...
That wasn't your true.
I think if I continued with the protocol I've had with the training and other things, I think I would have done some real damage to the waist. But I think I was lucky enough because it's like with anything else you do in life. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you go too far with a bit of filler, you have enough time to pull it back. If you do it in time. Do you know what I mean? It comes down to genetics, man. Like you can't... The higher you go, the bigger game of genetics there is.
It is genetics.
It's genetics. And people, you know, you can change them to an extent. You can accentuate it. I feel like, for example...
You're right about accentuate. You can accentuate, but you can't take away
genetics.
You
can't change it.
Like Chris has got massive legs. Look at the calves on him. Look.
Oh yeah, they're very big. Juicy.
Look. He's got great legs, yeah? Wouldn't you think genetics, that's what he's got?
Yeah, so example is, you know, wellness structure.
I've got a beautiful face, genetics.
So with wellness, obviously with any division we want a small waist, right? However, take an example, you have a female in wellness that's, you know, my drawing has a bit of a wider waist, has a glute, you know, on stage, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Look at that drawing.
That's a great drawing. That's a great drawing.
fat up or fed up? I just made this from my book. What should I eat? Download your ebook copy from threeog.shop now.
But what I'm getting at is there is quite a few even pros that have a wider waist, but they have that large glute here that gives them the shape and the flow that they need. Does that make sense in a way?
What you're saying is,
what I mean?
yeah, but what you're saying as well is,
but it's still a thick waist. So if you go do a pro show, even with that shape, I mean, I'm no expert, but
no, you are. No, but what you're saying is, since we're drawing here, what you're saying is this: if this is your waist, regardless, you might have to make these
the glute bigger or
your quads, these to make this look smaller.
Yeah.
The illusion.
Correct.
You've got to create the illusion.
Yeah.
So if you,
but the problem is, if you go on a, I was chatting to a friend the other day about this after the show. If you go on a pro stage, man, you're up against some genetically blessed competitors.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I'm saying?
How can you beat them?
have the glute. Your waist isn't that thick. It's a little bit on a thicker side. You look great stage presence, blah, blah, blah. But then you're up against someone that's got everything else and a small waist.
Yeah. How do you do it?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How can you beat it? Can you beat it?
Such a broad question. Okay.
Well, that's the question.
I said to another friend of mine on the phone the other day, a lot of the girls that I've seen on stage at the show just now should, whether it is reach out to other people, be a little bit more open-minded and get more opinions. Where I'm going with this is a little bit more lipstick, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of nicer movement.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it adds so much more. Like, it's so important.
But what...
To answer your question, you can, but I mean, I actually don't know. Like, on a pro stage,
Well, do you think...
depends,
all right, do you think as well, though... All right, let's just... I guess what you say is genetics, okay? Genetics is genetics. Do you think... I want to... How do I get to ask you this question?
Just say it.
I'll just say it. The question is this. Do you think... Do you think...
Yes.
I think... I've seen the last... especially after COVID, and a little bit before COVID, but definitely after COVID, which it's been a short time. It seems like even if you're not ready to compete, everyone's competing. Like no one's building. I feel like there's no building structure.
100%.
Yeah, and I think that, I know this sounds not rude. I just think
real and raw. Come on.
But I think
Spit it out.
Well, I think federations are taking people's money just to take people's money, and they're diminishing the sport. So what I'm saying to you is, no, listen to me. What I'm saying is, I
was about to fire off just then.
Yeah, no, fire off. Chris got scared. That's why he left the room.
Even though he's got big calves.
Yeah, he's got big calves. So I'm saying to you that that
everyone's competing.
And they're not even ready to compete.
No.
And there's not even, hear me out. I'll go one more thing. There's actually no muscle density because once you shred the fat and take the leanness off, there's nothing there because you didn't build it for years. Muscle is built ever so slowly. For you to put on 4 kilos of muscle in 1 year or 2 years is a work in itself. I can put 10 kilos of fat on top of that and I look big. And then once I shed back,
100%.
You're going to say, are you the same person? Because the origins of your body, the muscularity doesn't go away. Mm-hmm. Everything, the layers on top. So what I'm finding is we're playing a fine line where if it was a beauty pageant, I can't go in a beauty pageant. I can't go in a man's... I can enter, but I have to be realistic. Mm-hmm. When I walk on stage, the guy that looks like Brad Pitt's going to get it. I'm just saying to you. So bodybuilding, I think everyone doesn't understand. It's a different pageant. You're going there, hopefully, one, you got the genetics, and two, you've built on those genetics. Just because you're skinny with genetics as well. So what I'm saying to you is I'm noticing when I look on stage, I always go, I don't see it. I don't see the workmanship, the years in play. You're too early, you're too premature, you're too young, you're too this, everything. It's just like, I don't know. I'm just finding, and when I said the federations, everyone can register. I mean, Ruby can register. My daughter can register. Ruby, she's not even a bodybuilder. But if she registers, who's going to stop her?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I think federations also need to start looking at criteria.
Yeah, I get that. But I understand it and I completely agree.
Yeah.
However, I mean, you know what Australia is like with discrimination. Do you know what I mean?
No.
We're crossing like...
No, I'm with you on that. But that's... I'm not trying to be discriminatory.
I know you're not, but I'm saying if there was rules for the federation, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what are they going to say to a person? Ruby, you don't have enough muscle. Piss off. Ruby's going to go to Channel 9 News and say,
well, how do we stop this?
Common sense.
Yeah,
once again.
I guess.
No.
I guess the judges are doing the right thing.
Okay, I'll tell you. Can I be
happening.
really honest with you? This is heated. We're having a heated podcast right now.
Yeah, go.
2017, 2016 and a half actually.
Yeah.
Again, my coach never told me, previous coach, about PDs, what's what. I don't blame him for it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. Would have been nice to know, but he didn't. That's completely fine. What I'm getting at is he really wanted me to compete with, it was WBFF at the time.
Yeah.
And, I mean, no one is silly here and stupid. We all know that most of the girls are enhanced, particularly in the fitness division.
Yeah, of
Let's
course.
be honest,
No,
right?
We all know it.
And I said
As
to
other
him,
men.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I said, I am not going in the near future to those federations to look like an idiot.
Yeah, of course.
Okay? And again, goes back to what we've spoken about.
Yeah.
I could have and looked like the stick, like on the photo that I've showed you.
Yeah.
Instead, I said, I remember these days so well. At night, researching on Instagram, everywhere, going to the Google, anything. Use your head.
Yeah.
What's ICN? What's this? What's number? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Where do I fit? Okay. All right, let's give this a go. I'm definitely not going to Pro League just yet. I'm not ready.
Yes.
Even though it's actually really funny because I reckon 3 years from my first comp, like I reckon if I did bikini then I actually would have done quite well in Pro League. But yeah, I don't know, I guess it's
that's what I'm saying. There's a progression to everything.
Yeah.
And I think people are leapfrogging, coming, and not only that, even with, let's just say it, even with PEDs, a guy, me, who was natural, just training, and took PEDs, I tell you what I realised. I still have to eat well.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to train fucking hard. Actually, I've got to up the
Even
game.
harder.
I've got to go harder.
Yes.
Why? Because I'm putting high octane in and I'm neglecting it.
Yes.
So I need to do more.
No,
and
it's 100% harder.
Yes, it's
I
harder.
wish it was easier, but it's 100%
It's
harder.
easier when you're not on it. It's easier.
Oh, yeah, it's
easier
100%
because
easier
your
when
mind's
you're not.
different and you just go with it.
And it doesn't matter
doesn't matter.
really
It
what,
doesn't-
I
yeah.
mean, obviously take it with a pinch of salt what I'm saying, but it doesn't really matter what you eat. Like,
No.
I remember when I finished my ICN comp, I was at Centuros, I was, my diet was all right, but it was by all means not 100% balanced or not to the extent of what it is like right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But,
100%.
that obviously comes with more serious goals, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is I could stuff around a little bit more.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say to you. So no one understands. But like I said, I agree. Now you made it clear, because I was a little bit thinking, how come the federations, hear me out, all federations, how come they're not? How come they don't have criterias in place? Meaning, like, certain checklists that if you fit the checklist, I know the checklist for wellness, checklist for bikini, checklist for fitness, but what I'm saying is, I don't know how to do it now that you told me about the discrimination thing. How do you stop that? It's virtually impossible.
Yeah, and look, one more thing I guess I want to say as well. Like, I agree with your point, 100%. If there was a checklist or something, it would actually eliminate, no offense, but the people that have watched one bodybuilding comp, they think they're freaking online coach.
Yes,
and
exactly.
watch everyone saying, I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like, no. Hats off to you. You've done,
But don't you think
amazing, but
it will stop 45 girls being in the back, everyone waiting, like, meaning where there shouldn't be. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say to you?
yeah,
Like,
I get it. Yeah.
like you said, it might bring the numbers down, but bring the quality up. And then you can get there, but then you've realised, I get there in 2 years' time. I do the work now.
And
then when I rock up to the stage and I'm ready, like, it's a Grand Prix.
And I think it would stop as well mental health issues post-comp.
Yes.
Because I think what we don't see is how many people out of that one venue that competed go home and cry and go, oh my God, I looked like shit and my coach let me compete.
I know.
Yeah.
And you will compare yourself to others that have put the hard work in. Yeah, you're right.
But this is...
And they don't mean to do that to you.
No, but this is
no
what
one means to do it to you because you're competing against athletes.
This is what I mean with the common sense. Like, this is where I'm a rough European because I've been there. And I'm like, no. Your coach didn't make you get up there. You've got your own ass. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you feel sorry for them. But at the same time, like with anything in life, you got to use common sense. I'm so passionate about it. So passionate about it because it will save you from a lot of freaking holes that you might fall into. Do you know what I mean? Because what's the federation meant to do? Do a checklist and say, well, you're 171 centimeters tall, wellness, you need this amount of body fat or this amount of muscle, but hang on, everyone is a different height. Yeah. That 10 kilos of muscle on Mon will look completely different to on, 156 centimeter Ruby.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So it's like you can't, unless people have their own head on the shoulders and can say, hang on, how about I maybe get really lean first and then go to those really hectic federations so I don't hurt my head. Unless you can handle it, different story. But there is a lot of people that can't.
Do you think as well the inexperience of people competing?
Did I smudge my mascara?
No, it looks beautiful. The inexperience of people competing, just hear me out first. And the experience, both.
I won't butt in, I promise.
No, I like this because I'm inquisitive now, and I want to know your ideas. Man, we haven't even. Do you think?
We're still on the second.
Do you think
page.
people? I don't. Do you think when people? Do you think because people haven't really competed, like meaning before some of their first timers, and they're looking amazing, like whatever they're doing, but do you think sometimes when I say they're looking amazing, I mean better than they're competing, they've done their best. Do you think that when they post, this is what I'm going to eat post-comp, but you're not even there yet, how about you focus on competing, not eating? Everyone's putting, I'm going to have chocolate brownies, I'm going to have donuts, I'm going to have that, and that.
You know what that is?
No, but what I'm saying is, and then they post it later. Isn't that, like, what I'm saying, I don't see...
It's a trend.
Yeah, but what it means, the inexperience has made the trend. Not the experienced people. The experienced people...
100%.
The experienced people, when they finish a comp, they'll probably still have a... I saw someone, one of the guys from Classic, he had beans and peas and steak. But it was a bit bigger, a bit more delicious looking.
More yummy.
But it was healthy.
Yeah.
He goes, I still have to have this. And I got it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is everyone's got these big fucking donuts and they're eating it and trust, and they're not even that. What I'm saying is they haven't.
I'm going to have a look at myself in the mirror while you talk.
Yeah.
It's a part of the podcast, guys.
No, of course, please, of course. Does that make sense?
It makes absolute sense. But you know what it is? It's funny that you mentioned that.
So when you tell me that, I'm thinking, is the inexperience doing that showing us that's what you do when you finish a comp? You're about to smash stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Which is going to cause, I know when I've done fasting, I did a 5-day fast. On this once I did it, right? I mean, I've done long fasts. I realised at the end of a fast, don't have potatoes. Don't go and have chips. Hot chips, you're going to eat them like crazy, and then they're just going to explode, and you're going to be on the ground going.
Yeah, but it's
So what are they doing?
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I've had a chat to one of my clients about that, and she actually didn't end up competing because, that's a long story, but it was just too hectic.
Yeah.
And I always try to do what's best for the client.
Of course.
I know you laugh at everyone taking care of the mental health side of things, but I'm a big what's the word? Really passionate and a big advocate for the mental health, purely because of coming from the veterinary industry with the highest suicidal rates. So I've seen some things, but anyway,
we're going to talk about that then.
Yeah. So going back to the donuts, it's a trend, and it's like, I feel like I've done it after ICN, and I can tell you right now, I swear on my mother's life, I have never done it again.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Why not?
I feel like it's a feeling inside, like I'm actually, like I'm a bodybuilder. Like this is not going to run away.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's the mental health side of things is really disturbed after first prep. And I remember saying to my mum, make sure you get me Krispy Kreme donuts so I can take a photo of it. I didn't even care about eating them. Of course I did.
Yeah, of course.
But guess what it was? Social media. Okay.
It's very bad.
And I'm the very first, and I'm the first person to put my hand up and say I did that. So I think the people that compete for the first time really feel the need to, like, I'm a bodybuilder. Like, here is a photo of me with a box of donuts. Do you know what I'm saying? 100% right. And I think anyone that doesn't agree with that is a liar.
But like I said, it actually diminishes the efforts to finish and hold on to that physique for a little bit longer. Not what I'm saying is you've got a beautiful physique. I mean, it's gone through a lot of stress, but now if you have a good meal and feed it well, it's going to blossom even for a few weeks. But if you start smashing it with, all I'm saying is everybody looks there. What I'm saying is it just doesn't look healthy from a guy from outside looking in. And I'm wondering why has it become everyone's smashing chocolate.
Because everyone, and
when
even my mum said a few months ago, she says like this, and I'll do it too. What's with all the girls on Instagram taking photos with the posing heels and stupid socks on?
Yeah.
That's what my mum said. My mum's really funny.
Yeah, but what's with the socks too?
And again, I feel like it's a trend.
Is it like ashay stuff?
No.
Half ashay?
It's like I'm competing.
Oh. But what is it about socks?
And I mean, I do it too, but like, you know, I mean, I'm a professional bodybuilder. I've stuck it out and competed for 7 years.
Yeah.
Not that I'm better than anyone else. I'm not trying to do that. But yeah, I just feel like Instagram is shocking right now for those trends, and I feel like the wrong people are getting sucked into prepping. I've had multiple clients that I had to pull out because I said, I'm not taking your money. I don't give a damn about your money. This is my livelihood, of course. But to be honest, I can't be fucked you competing for the extra grand or couple of grand. That's really not going to help me much anyway. You getting on stage, having your head absolutely stuffed and giving me a bad name.
Yeah.
I might as well do the right thing.
Yeah, no.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, it is an image you're portraying as a coach, and I guess that's why Scott's so good.
Yeah, he's amazing.
That's what I'm saying. But like I said to you, it's just I get it. I get everyone's showing off their food post comp, but why? I'm just asking.
Can we sit here? Is that too far away? No.
But you can move around.
Oh.
Do whatever you like. Yeah, of course. Bring a clutch. You can sit back and bring clutches to you. Yeah. Just don't put your mouth over it. Right, that's what okay, well, let's have a look what else we've got here. 1st of April 2023. Road to Pro again. Hair, makeup. I have to say, Mon. I'll call you Mon now. We're friends.
Yes.
Stunning. I'm going to cry like a dad. No, you were stunning. You're beautiful. I mean,
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Fucking beautiful. As a guy.
Thank you.
And yeah, you were
Thank
fucking...
you. I really appreciate it. I actually said to one of the men's physique pros, Ali, my friend. Hey, Ali. I'm really paranoid about like just making sure I stay feminine, obviously, in the sport. So we were having a laugh at the nationals about it.
No, you
because he said to me, if my partner, and I've told my partner this, he's really funny. If my partner fails me, he's marrying me.
Got it. Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
thought that was hilarious.
it is hilarious. No, you looked like I
It's
said.
a great compliment for me, though. I love it.
Yeah, you know what? You not only it wasn't just about your body. I think you put a lot of detail in your hair, your makeup.
A lot.
But you had your crew around you, your mum and someone else. Like it was just. I remember. I think your nan gave you kisses. Your nan gave you kisses.
Yeah.
I think she was crying. There was a lot of wonderful moments happening, and you showed them off well. But you also practiced everything. Your strut was elegant. Like there was obviously what the camera doesn't see is all the hard work you put in. It's like Olympic athletes. When they stand up on the blocks.
Yep.
No one knows the 4 years before the Olympics that you just get on the blocks to do a 100-meter swim. So you did amazing. So tell me, and your caption was on my way to showcase my milestone. Explain that. So it was
Which one was that?
You were in the Western Australian Conference. You were in your blue.
Chris
blue
is
one.
pacing around. Do we have enough time?
No, I'm looking at.
No. The podcast finishes when we finish, so it's all right. Yeah. No,
I thought we were in trouble because his calves looked tense.
No, Chris. No, I've known Chris for a couple of years now, and I still
His calves.
No,
not Chris.
No, Chris. I still think Chris is always upset with me. I don't know why, but I think it's his stoic look.
That's
and his,
so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so
So
you had the makeup, the blue bikini, your on-screen caption said, "On my way to showcase my milestone." So I'm guessing it was just about to go to the comp. So what did that mean?
Oh gosh, the stage show internationals was really special to me because my nanny was here over from Poland.
What did your nan think of this?
My nan, when I started competing, my nan was your typical sort of, she's lovely, but your typical sort of European, you don't need to do this, like you're too muscly. Like she'd see my photos and be like, you're a bit too big, Mon.
Yes,
As
yes,
in,
yes. And
too
they're very
muscly,
frank, aren't they? They're very frank, though.
They're very
European
honest,
women.
yeah.
They're European women, yes.
And then my auntie said, "What have you done to yourself?"
Of
I was
course.
like 10 kilos smaller when she said that. So it's like even worse now. Do you know what I mean? It's really funny. But no, she's really good now. Like I feel like she spent a lot more time with me and mum in Australia. So she obviously stays with us when she's here. So she sees, it's like with anything. When you spend time with someone, you get used to things, yeah? Even though I'm really loud, if we live together, after a week you'd be like, oh, it's not so bad, maybe.
Well, you're an introvert, really, not an extrovert. That's what you were saying. So you take out Western Australia State Show Wellness. Yep. Are you there with Scott Goebel?
Yep, Scotty.
So you said step 1, journey to pro, and him and Team Goebel involved. So how did you feel? I just had Alicia on.
She's with Scotty as well.
Yeah, Alicia. And you are very supportive. I saw some of your comments because I was going through her Instagram and I could see always your name. There's Monika.
I support everyone.
Yeah, but it showed. I love it. She didn't know she was going to get her pro card when she got it back when she first competed.
Yeah.
Did you know that day that comp was possibly your chance for a pro card?
With Alicia?
No.
Or
Alicia didn't. When she competed, I asked, did you know that year you competed, that comp, the IFBB comp, did you know you were contending to go get a pro card? And she said no. Like, it was the second year.
She looked amazing.
She was 2021. She started. So she did IFBB 2021, she said.
Yeah.
That was her first comp. Second year, she got pro card. What I'm asking you is,
did I know?
When you got the state win, did you taste a pro card?
I'm not going to lie. I did.
Yeah, good. No,
I did because...
Why should you be anyone else? I would.
I did, but I was petrified.
Why were you petrified?
I was so scared. I can't even explain it to you. So obviously, social media, okay, we all know it's really big. I heard, I didn't know, but I had a lot of people in my ear, and I've heard a lot from people that I'm a contender for a pro card. And obviously that made me feel really good. But at the same time, I was freaking the fuck out. Then Scotty, I remember, did a story or a podcast with someone. And he literally said, and if you knew Scott, he doesn't piss in anyone's pocket.
No, he doesn't.
Like at all.
Yeah,
if
we had him on the
doesn't,
podcast.
there you go.
I've had Scott.
Yeah. So for him to say...
You need to be watching our podcast, kid. Go ahead.
I will actually.
After your one.
Exactly.
Typical Polish woman, mate.
What did he say? He said that his wellness girl, is like a contender for a pro card. And I remember showing my mum, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And there was a gorgeous WBFF, she was a pro with WBFF at the time. She moved over to IFBB. So, I mean, again, common sense, right? You know that the girl is experienced. She's going to be a contender.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be a guru to figure that out. So, I was shitting my pants, to be quite frank. Yeah, I was petrified because this girl was shorter than me. And we know with wellness, you know, the shorter you are, really, it gives you a little bit more benefit because you might have the same amount of muscle as me, but guess what? Your leg is this much shorter. So you look more dense.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean?
And also because of the nerves, and now you're putting further pressure on yourself now, because before you were trying to just block out comp to comp, you're also going, I just hope I get my routine right. I hope I pose right. I hope I flex right. I hope I do everything right, because you've got to get everything right now. It doesn't mean you've got it. You just have to turn up with it. Did that make you nervous?
Yeah, it made me very nervous. Yeah, I was too lean for the stage show, and Tony had to go at us.
Ooh.
Because he could see so I'm assuming so, because there is a photo from, you know, when he stands at the little wee podium. And we were there, so he could see me. I was posing for the audience, my glutes, and they were striating. You're not allowed that, right? But there was not many competitors in Perth, so I got away with it. Yeah, I got away with it because I had a bit of everything, right?
Look, I think it wasn't just. I don't think that would have just let you down. The whole package was there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's
thank
not,
you.
Yeah.
Here is me just saying, yeah. No, thank you. No, but yeah, I got up, but I got my ass handed to me because we were trying really hard to fill my body back up, and then I was a little bit under conditioned, but I needed. It was crazy. Yeah.
You should have seen her, Chris, at the Brisbane show. Like when I saw you, like I said, she was a goddess. You were a goddess. Like I can't say it enough. And you know, I think as bodybuilders, may I say, we can't help it. We check our bodies, but we look at bodies differently. Like there's perverts, and then we check our bodies. We look at great legs. Oh my God, check those shoulders. Look at the symmetry of the shoulder down with the quad. Like we look at so many things. We're not necessarily the waist and all that. With girls and guys, like you checking out a guy or me checking out a girl, even the way they dress, the way they fit in a dress, everything. We're just bodybuilders. You can't be a bodybuilder if you don't like to praise people. Don't you think? You can't be at a level. I can't do this podcast if I didn't want to tell you looked beautiful and you're a goddess. Because
but it's funny that you mentioned that, because I think I wrote that in my post this morning that I wanted to chat about the industry.
Yeah, well, let's do it now. We're live. Go. What are the questions?
The ones that I posted on the post.
Do it. Let's go.
What does it take to win?
What it takes, to make it quick, you need... Firstly, to have built runs on the board. Yeah. So you have to start with a dream. That's one. You have to dream about it. But then you have to do the work. And that work takes time. And even if you...
I think I've got hiccups.
Yeah. Even if you win straight away, it's how do you sustain a win? And that becomes past knowledge. What got you there, and trying to stay in the same disciplines.
I've got a really good one.
Go.
Common sense. No, it's actually a real thing.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Don't rely, guys, on anyone. Not your coach, not your posing coach, not your mum, dad, sister, friend. What I mean by that, like I said to you before, when I started competing, Would have been nice to know a little bit more info. Do I blame my previous coach? No. Guess what? On Google, researching, blah, blah.
Yep.
Don't rely on anyone. If I didn't do the work and find out what's this federation, what's that federation, I don't know, what's this, everything, I'm talking everything.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known. If you have a question, ask, Chris, what does that mean? What is this? Don't rely on anyone. Use it. Use your power that you have.
But do you think it's also talking to the right people?
Yeah, of course.
That's what I mean, common sense.
Yeah.
I'm saying, what do you think success is, Chris? Winning.
What does it take to win?
Yeah.
I do agree with her.
Knowing how to lose, what do they say? Knowing how to win and lose graciously. It's very important.
I know that,
Yeah, and just putting in the work.
Yeah.
I,
But that's with everything, isn't it? Like, if you want to be the fastest reader in the world,
Yeah,
you better start reading some books.
You have to be obsessed with it.
Yeah.
I think as well, but besides reading the books, you said something about common sense, right? I want to put that there.
It's probably my favourite thing, to be honest.
No, you say it, and I'll tell you something about common sense.
Chris agrees, I think.
Yeah.
If I said to
Can't be
Chris,
dumb.
I'm a realist.
Yeah, oh my God, I love it. You have to be realistic.
yeah, no, I agree, but that isn't
There
real.
were so many people that were angry that they didn't win their class or the pro card at the comp, and I'm thinking to myself,
Oh my God, yeah.
oh my God, where is your logical part of the cerebellum gone, which is a very vital part of your brain?
Yeah. Do you think that the thing is, so you said,
Yeah.
and off camera, I'm going to bring it up. It's okay because we can edit everything out, but we never do and we won't. But I want to say this. You said someone had lost a lot of weight, right? You said lost a lot of weight, heaps of weight. When you told me the number, it's a lot of weight. And then automatically they think they're ready for a bodybuilding career. And that's a totally different game. Because isn't it like calories in, calories out? You're fat loss. You're not fat loss building muscle. If you want to lose weight, you eat less.
Yeah.
You want to lose weight and put muscle, you got to eat right. So what I'm saying is, do you think sometimes we ask advice by the wrong people, and that's what makes us have a false belief that we can win? So if I said to my mum, God rest her soul, Mum, I'm going to go on a bodybuilding comp. Do you think I'll win? What do you think my mum's going to say? Oh, Steve, you'll win. Of course.
Yeah,
look at your body. You're beautiful,
Steve.
Steve.
Have common sense or not? Is
No.
he going to believe his mum or not?
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. But if I come to you, because I'm using common sense now, because I asked my mum, who's never done a bodybuilding comp, do you think I can compete? And my mum loves me, and she says, of course you'll win, my love. You're the best. But she's doing it because she loves me. But when I come to you, who doesn't love me, you like me, you know me. You love me. But if I come to you and I said, Monika, do you think I can do a comp? You go, Steve. No, you go, Steve, no. I said, well, my mum thinks I can. You say, your mum loves you. She thinks you can do everything. I'm telling you, bodybuilding comp, if you want to do it, you got 4 years.
Yeah.
From today.
It does matter,
That's
definitely,
right.
who you speak to, but I think it still
And that's the
comes
common. But that's the common sense. I went further
Correct.
to talk to you. I didn't go
However,
with my mum.
Yes, agree, 100%, 110. But there is a lot of people and athletes that have in the circle just people that piss in the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
again, comes back to you. Like people have been saying to me, Mon, you're going to do so well at your pro show. I'm like, no. And they look at me weird. What do you mean, no? Why are you so negative? I'm not negative. I'm being realistic.
No, there's champions out there too that you need to be ready yourself. Common
Do
sense.
I have great genetics? Yes. Will I, even with another building phase, will I qualify for Olympia? There is 1% chance if I'm really lucky at a good show. That is being realistic.
Yeah, no.
Okay? Because no matter how many building phases I can do in the next, we're planning a show early next year.
Yeah.
I'm actually counting on the last call out, which is really humble, apparently. Scott has high hopes because of the genetic side of things. But again, bringing yourself back to being realistic, I don't care what anyone says. Because my brain functions quite well, thanks. And I can look at a bigger picture, Chris, and go, I'm still going to be fucking tiny.
So how many years do you reckon in common sense would you be saying to yourself? Even though you could freak out and it could... anything can happen inside your call. But if you said to yourself, the building phase, looking at what you're competing against, common sense, what would you say?
Oh, it depends how hard you want to push it.
But
Do you want
but you can't push.
you
You,
wanna
can't
do it-
blow the motor, so you can't push too hard.
So if you want to do it nicely and
Push the limits a little bit.
and push the limits a little bit, but still, look feminine.
Yeah.
If nothing happens in the next 4 years in my life, I mean, no breaks, no weddings, no children, I just am selfish.
Another dog.
I reckon, I reckon in the next 4 years I could
Yeah, I
qualify.
was going to say, I can see that.
I reckon I could grow enough to qualify. Yeah. And look, like Scotty said again, you know what Scotty is like.
Yeah.
He would not say anything if he doesn't truly believe it. He said to me with this building phase, like he's counting for the top spot or top
100%.
3 because genetics are good for that.
It's amazing.
That's not me saying it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm counting on the last call out because I am realistic.
It's amazing because even Alicia said the same thing. Alicia goes, she was actually building towards just call outs. So she just said, look, if I can get a call out, that's good. In other words, it wasn't even about first, second or third.
She's really humble.
Yeah, she was saying about call outs, just like you. So it goes to show you common sense and not being realistic.
You have to be realistic,
Yeah,
and half
she was-
of these people are
What's your next question?
going freaking...
We've got someone else with a script, Chris.
Hey?
We've got someone else with a script.
Yeah. Ask Tony how much I talk. I took his microphone off him at the comp. He wasn't happy. Sure.
He can talk.
He can. What a true champion is like pre and post win.
What is a true champion pre and post?
Yeah.
I believe...
Like behaviour wise.
Yeah, I believe, and I'm learning this now, isn't it funny? And I'm learning it through Chris. I believe they're stoic.
What's stoic?
I'm glad.
Huh?
I'm glad.
No, I believe it's stoic.
Got another job.
I believe it's stoic. Stoic means that you don't over-exaggerate your emotions. You stay composed, leave a little bit as a mystery in oneself, a little bit of mystery in yourself.
So humble?
Humble. No, of course humble, but you might be jumping out of your pants inside your head and your heart. But in some ways, you've got to be humble and contain yourself for those right moments to maybe going home and hugging your mum and your family that helped you heaps. That's behind closed doors and you're with your family and you're ecstatic. But sometimes you've just got to, I think, winning or losing shouldn't look any different. Like you said, you're the one that said it. You should look beautiful, but you should look beautiful with both.
Agree.
So for me,
100%.
you've got to be stoic. So stoic is if you said to me, if you gave me bad news, I go like this. Okay, well, what are we going to do about it? Like something like that. And if you gave me great news, like you're the best, I go, wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. See, it doesn't really go, you don't redline. You stay composed, humble.
Not really composed.
No, but the thing is, you can cry. Crying is all right, and happy is different. We're talking about, how should one act pre and post is the same.
Yeah.
Same person going in, same person leaving the show. No different. No ego.
Yeah.
No.
You know, something that I really want to mention is, I think I spoke about it on my story a few weeks ago. So, I've had a few messages like a few weeks ago it was from a really lovely girl on Instagram, and she said to me, like, thanks so much for talking to me at the gym. Like, you're so easy to talk to, and like you're such a good role model for the sport. And I just felt so like I really, really love messages like that because it helps me, it gives me feedback about me. It gives me a chance to be better.
Yeah.
Right? I've had another girl that messaged me, and I'm not going to mention who, but said this particular athlete is just really like, in the zone, which are probably just in the zone working out. But more of the story, I believe when you strive to be a pro, and particularly when you're a pro, you have some weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
My perspective.
Yeah.
You have a federation to represent.
Yeah.
You best take 5 minutes out of your workout to talk to someone. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ronnie Coleman and you're getting ready for Mr. Olympia,
Yeah.
you best pause your workout and have a chat to your fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
I get so mad when people that even don't have the pro card, which is going to sound really rude, but I don't care. We're being raw and real. They get in a huff and puff because, the rest is 30 seconds longer. And I'm like, this person is looking up to you. You might have made the day. They've seen you on social media. They are inspired by you.
Yeah.
And I can't honestly...
But don't you think though that, when they say money, don't you think that if you're a prick poor, you're a bigger prick rich? In other words, I don't think you can change that personality.
100%. Before my pro card win,
Yeah.
I went to my gym near my house, and there was this older guy, quite fit, like yourself, very good looking. And he says to me...
You hear that, Chris?
I had to throw that in.
No.
No, and he says
But
to
you're
me,
real and you're honest.
He says to me, oh, look, all of a sudden I'm real and honest.
Go ahead.
He says, oh, you're getting ready for a competition. It was in the middle of my workout. It was actually quite serious because it was in a peak week, I'm pretty sure. And I was half dead. And I spoke to him, and then he found me on Instagram, and he says to me, just wanted to message you. And he was very polite, very mature man. He says, just wanted to tell you that your body is great, yes, but that didn't amaze me the most. What amazed me the most about you is your attitude and personality. Because normally, he said, this is what hit me really hard. Normally, people like you don't find the time for joys like me.
Yeah, 100%.
And I was like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
This is really freaking cool.
It is nice.
And it is so beautiful to receive those messages because, like I always say, open-minded. Take feedback from people. Like when you actually open your eyes and listen with the intention to listen and understand, not just listen for the sake of it, people around you will give you answers you need.
Do you know that you don't understand the power you have or you girls have with guys like us, Chris, myself? No, it's true. It's true. And this guy, and the fact that he can message you shows his maturity. Yeah, there's going to be hit and miss. And we've looked at this world by a small number of idiots. We've made all of us look like idiots, right? But it's not. But a true guy with a beautiful person like yourself who's about to compete in the zone, but you still can't take away who you are to give someone time, because then you'd give them time when you're not competing, but you're still giving them time.
100%.
What I'm saying is it does hit a Joe like him, which it would hit me too, that I think, is she real? Like, is she real? Like, she's talking to me.
Poke.
Yeah, so the thing is but especially when it comes to girls, sometimes it is about, a guy is always about challenging himself when it comes to how he presents himself most. So like I said, what you did, yeah, no wonder this guy called himself a Joe, and you gave him time, and most like people like you wouldn't do it. It is a testimony to you, because it's not what you are on the outside, it's what you are on the inside.
And one of my best friends, Charlie, she's so opposite to me. Like, she's so quiet, she's so cute, and I'm so full on. And so, she said one day to someone, Mom's always been like this. She's known me since ICN days, 2017. She's always been like this bubbly, full of life, energy of the room. Always. Like, I've always taken the time to talk to people and,
Where does that come from?
I don't know, like maybe the way I was brought up, but there is a story my mum always tells everyone, and it's when I was, because I'm an only child.
Right.
So this really...
Chris is an only child.
Spins people out because, you've been fed off a golden spoon.
Yeah,
Nice
Chris has.
stuck up.
Yeah, Chris has been fed a golden spoon.
When I was little,
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was little, I had
It's
Kinder Bueno.
only a fake one too, but go ahead. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, anyway, I had a Kinder Bueno and I shared my last Kinder Bueno with
With
this
who?
girl. And we have a photo, yeah. We were sitting on the carpet.
I don't think
with little,
I don't-
little short hair, little fringes like this. I hated that haircut, by the way.
I think Chris never would. Would you share your Kinder?
And I
Surprise?
fucking love
I
chocolate.
was stealing them.
No, but
But I
in
see
all
your point, yeah.
seriousness, like if you know me, you know me. Like I don't even really like talking about it because people normally just look at it and go, you know,
Well,
you're putting it on. But if you know me, you know, like I don't give a shit about money or the value because, I mean, you have to respect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's different respecting, but I don't care. Like I love life for what it is. And if you tell me today, Mon, give me your bag because I've never had one before, I'd probably just be like, have it.
Yeah.
Not because I have a lot of money. We're not rich. It's because I appreciate it, what life has given me.
Yeah.
I come from Poland, but it's not everything to me. Do you know what I mean? I know the universe is going to, or whatever happens is going to look after me because that's just my heart. Like,
No, it's good that you carry that, but like, look, I think I think we all need to be who we are in front of the camera, behind the camera, on stage, off stage.
Off stage.
I think you just need to be you because I think that's what shines and that's what makes you a winner. If you want to know what makes you a winner, be you. I think that's the moral of the story.
it's very true.
Because like I said to you, but also I know, since we're going to talk about fame, I was telling Chris, I was at the gym, just my normal hardcore gym where I train, and this guy walks past, comes up to me and goes, "Hey, are you Steve from Muscle Talks podcast?" It's only
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is cool. And I said, "Hey, yeah." I go, "Yeah, I am, yeah." And then he even said to me about halfway through the conversation, he goes, "I hope I haven't stopped you finishing your workout." I go, "Oh, my workout won't go anywhere, man. It's all good. I'm not going to get big in one day, like in one workout." So we're talking, and then I go, "Yeah, what are you?" And when I said, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "I'm here with my son." I go, "Well, let me go say hello to your son." He goes, "Yeah, he watches you too." So I went over
that's
and I
really
said,
lovely.
"What's your name?" They're on my phone, and I think it's Craig and Luke. Anyway, I said, "Hey, Luke," and Luke had the genetics. He was 15, 16. I looked at him. I go, "Luke, man, you're doing amazing," and he was.
So happy.
So, like I said, I think I don't know. For me, I think I don't know. I can't change. You can't change. We can't change. And you come across from far as a certain person. From far, we all get judged. Me too. I get classed as arrogant. I think it's my Johnny Depp look.
Gosh, Johnny Depp.
I think it's my Johnny Depp look. Yes, of course.
There is. Yeah, I can see that.
What was that? Which one?
I'm going to Google Johnny Depp now.
Go to Johnny Depp. Go on.
Just be a picture of him.
So tell me,
Johnny Depp.
maybe, I don't know. I'm saying maybe just the... Yes, no? Let me see.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Johnny Depp, yeah.
You need the round glasses.
I need the round glasses. I can get them. So tell me, you were encouraged to leave bikini to go to wellness. Was that an easy transition for you? I might need to switch off this air conditioning. We're going to freeze our nuts off. So what I mean is
no.
you were doing bikini, and Tony said when you had won your show, I don't know if it was like you won. Tony said, "Yeah, we told her she's
Yes.
wellness. She said,
Stop
no,
training the shoulders.
I want to be bikini. He goes, your wellness, you want to do." And he
Show
jokingly,
Chris my photo. Keep going.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it wasn't easy, but you know,
because someone might be listening about needing to change
So-
changing categories, and maybe they're struggling. So maybe you can give some advice.
yeah. So I knew I wasn't bikini.
Oh, you knew it.
I
Well,
knew
why were you
it
doing
with
it
my
then?
coach. However, well, that's a long story with my previous coach, but we won't go into that. So I was I said to my previous coach, I do not look like a bikini competitor. I'm not bikini, but you got to remember that us humans, we always have hope and faith. Because I've never stepped on the Pro League stage, guess what? I'm a very realistic person, and the only thing in my head that was sitting there was, I've never stepped in front of those judges. I don't know what they're going to say.
Yeah,
For all I know, they might say that's fine.
Yeah.
There was that little one grain of that faith or hope.
Yeah.
I like to have things black and white. I needed to get on that stage and be told, piss off, you don't belong, because I will never come back. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I did just that, and this is what I got told. So I went from training, no leg training, on being on about 70 grams of carbs a day, micro-wise, which is like what a baby eats, to having to absolutely annihilate my leg training and look at this. It's a video. So
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, go.
Just have to wait a little bit till it loads. But yeah.
God, you look different.
It's not really loading that well. But my shoulders, so I had to stop training shoulders as well. Reception isn't great, but they were big shoulders.
They were big.
Well, so while you're looking for that, I want to know, tell me then, you posted something, you had 2 photos side by side. Last year's Nationals versus now. So you went 2022, you went Nationals 2022?
Yeah, 2022 was when Alicia won.
Yes, that's right. Alicia won the pro card, yes.
Yeah.
So what was the difference between that girl 2022 to 2023?
My body
Besides Alicia. Let's just say it
so
wasn't.
like what I've changed in my body.
You said here you had that photo. You had that one and you had that one. You had 2022.
Yeah, have a look, Chris. Look.
Chris, look at those shoulders.
Oh damn it! It's really taking ages to load. Yeah. Hang on.
We'll scroll it back. It could 1 sec.
No, it's. Oh look, it's
Chris?
frozen.
What the hell? Even you love those shoulders.
I loved training shoulders. They were absolutely humongous.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you said you had 2 photos.
Yep.
Side by side, and you said last year's Nationals to this year's. Mm-hmm. What was the difference in the girl?
Waist.
Yeah.
Waist is a lot smaller. I mean, bigger legs. The proportions.
Same mindset. Same mind.
Hey.
Same mindset.
Yeah. Well, in terms of
That year to year, from how your belief system to 22 to 23. I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
You put 'em- yeah.
Well, yes and no. I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because I genuinely was not counting on it. I didn't know how that build was going to go.
What did you come in 2022?
I didn't know I was going to win my pro card so fast.
What did you come in 2022?
2022, I got second in novice and open division, which is the one that counts. Really, I think I got 4th or 5th.
Okay. Wow. So there was a bit of work to do. So you jumped it. You jumped the queue.
And look, to be quite honest, that lineup in 2022 was really big.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to be dead last.
Because
to come 4th or 5th even back then, I can't remember what number it was still pretty damn good.
Well, let me tell you, from 2019-20, and when they shut it down for a little bit, when everyone came back, it was a different show altogether. Everyone had become, and you girls that came on, everyone that came on to compete. That first show, 2022, was like stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously, everything was just. Why did you put those 2 photos to show? What was it to show?
That it's possible, I guess.
Yeah.
And that I want to say hard work and determination, but to be honest, everyone has that if you're a serious bodybuilder. But if you have hard work and determination,
I'm going to find something quickly. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't have the right people around you, the right coach that knows the federation, the right tools, right?
Yep.
You can't change a door handle with a hammer.
Yeah.
You can try. You might get there in a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
So with the right tools and determination and hard work, it's possible. But my whole proportions and everything was just like so different.
Oh, you got some good music. Let me tell you, this is you. Look at this, Chris. Look at your vacuuming.
Oh yeah, I remember
Look at
that.
that, Chris. Is it? Look. Wow.
Let me see. Yeah, my was tiny.
This is. Oh, look at her here, Chris. Jesus Christ! Look at you.
No, thanks.
I
won't be able
Look at that. Look at that, Chris. She is a goddess,
I
man.
won't be able to fit through the doors with my head after this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
with
That's true.
all the compliments.
No, it's true. I want to give you compliments, but I want to know this.
I did.
Is
love
this?
the
Are we supposed to do this when we're done? Is that what everyone should be doing after comps? Chris, besides everyone eating donuts, everyone seems to be doing this as well. So what's going on? Is it a prerequisite? Everyone should get into lingeries?
That was really, really good shoot.
Yeah, I noticed. Look at it. Oh,
She was really good. What's that one?
you can tell the difference there. Look at that. Where's Hungry Eyes? Where's Bloody... Oh, look at her crying here, mate.
And that was actually like true. That was not put on whatsoever.
Well, this is where you said, let us all... No, that wasn't it. You were, like I said,
because, even...
there's so much going on here. But tell me so everyone, when they finish a comp, should go in and get into some lingerie and take some photos? Because that's when their body's the best, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
I think that's fine.
That's fine.
Like when you're, 80 on a rocking chair, you might as well have something to look at.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean?
It's a bit like hip thrusting guys. They shouldn't get in lingerie
Like,
themselves.
look what Nana was up to.
Nana. So
Nana on.
here we go.
Hello, guys.
All right, hang on.
Well,
This one.
guys, there is many things I would like to tell you about my journey and
I don't like listening to my own
switching
video.
from bikini to wellness and achieving this
Look at it.
amazing achievement. But
Yeah.
there is two really important things I think
Here we
as
go.
athletes that we need to do.
How
and
stunning you
remember
are.
That's a filter though.
Oh,
is knowing how to win, right?
you look stunning now. Is it a
Number two,
filter?
which is more important than number one, is knowing how to lose beautifully. Knowing how to lose so beautifully that it looks just like winning. And, since 2017, I placed really well in top 3 all the time, and most of them were first places. So when I switched to IFBB Pro League and did bikini and got dead last, you would think, I would be really upset. But I wasn't. I wasn't. And I think this is what it is about, losing beautifully. It looks just like...
Yeah, so tell us that.
Some clever words them on.
Yeah, losing beautifully.
Yeah.
That you were coming third, but then when you went to IFBB and you had placed last, how did you compose yourself for that? And what recommendation would you give to some girls that would be hard on themselves, but you're saying, no, you're a winner. You got to think.
You got to...
Go.
Goes back again. You got to be realistic and have common sense. You're in the best federation in the world. Right? Like, the thing is, your attitude matters. And every time you spit your dummy, you're actually taking the win away from another athlete.
Oh, yeah. And also you're being exposed.
Yeah. Like, it's not nice. I get being competitive, but I think there is a line that needs to be drawn, like with everything in life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't rock up somewhere like I did, not fit a criteria, or even if you do fit a criteria, you can't just rock up somewhere and expect to beat everyone. Like, you can't literally do that. I don't know how else to put it so people can understand. Like, what advice would I give?
Well, the girls that, all right, let's go like this. All the, and you can give it to the guys too. All right, open. You came last. How should they feel? Like, what is it you're saying? You in bikini came last, but you had the attitude of lose beautifully, lose like you won. So how should they be? Let's not say common sense. What I'm saying is, how should they be feeling about themselves? Should it just be more about your effort was you turned up?
Yeah, so correct.
What did you learn now? And take what you learned and use that as your positive.
Correct.
Yeah, as a
100%.
winner. That you
Because-
won to learn, you won turning up.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that anything we do in life, right, even though it might seem like, you know, I didn't have enough money, I bought the worst phone, or I came last in a competition, even though it feels or sounds negative, there is always something beautiful in it, in that box of, you know, in quotes, of negativeness. For example, a lot of people don't even make it to a competition because it's too hard. So the fact that you actually got ready, regardless of the fact that you've placed last, you're a winner.
Is there a percentage for that of people not making it to
I
comps?
actually don't know. I would be interested
I'd
to
be
know.
interested to know
Yeah.
too. It's a good call though, what
And
you
I
just
think
said.
it's just about, you know, taking the judges' feedback and be positive. Like, always just start with a positive thought, because once you get yourself into the negative, you know, rampage, it will just spiral out of control, I think.
Are there people that are unrealistic?
100%.
Like they think
I
they
hear
should have
it all-
won and they bag the federation like fucking
I
judges.
hear it
and
all the
Really?
time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cocky.
Yeah.
How did they come back the next year?
It was a coach, actually, when I competed. I was, I'll mention, I don't care. I actually was crying at home. And I won't mention names, but a few people, you'll know who, called me and just talked about it, because there was a coach and an athlete that like deleted me off Instagram, and you know, like, far out, you get an idea of what I'm like. Like, even with Alicia's post, like, I comment, like, I'm so active with people, and I always try really hard.
Yeah, but it's because you won. They didn't like that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Because you know, like, whatever they were saying about me, but it made me feel like I didn't, you know, deserve the win as such. Which I had a couple of days to go to myself, and I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, well, once you put a bit of food in you, you're all right after that.
Yeah.
All right, talking about hot topic now. We're going off topic. Like we talk philosophy. This is right off topic now. Klaus Schwab. He's the World Economic Forum guy. You know, the World Economic Forum, they do it in Switzerland or something. They talk about what the world needs.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to take over the world, these guys.
Yeah.
But he said in an address to all leaders, us, you will have nothing, but you will be happy. Do you think this is true? If we have nothing, we will be happy. Why I say this was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Remember, Australia's only 250 years old. The Aboriginals that were here, they didn't know currency, let alone they didn't know houses. They just swapped things and ate, danced and had sex. Life wasn't about big buildings, Audis.
Yeah.
So is it true if we have nothing, we can be happy?
I don't think right now.
No.
I don't think so, because we know too much. I think humans can't have something and have it taken away from them.
It's like your phone. I was used to not having a phone. It can't happen anymore.
Now, I do think, you know, if it would happen and it went on, like, you literally don't have your phone and you can't. Like, there is, no matter how many times I stamp my feet, like, I will not get my phone. After a while, you're going to get used to it. You're going to have to learn to live with it.
That is very wise, very smart.
So,
That's very smart.
Yeah, so I think with time it's possible.
Wow,
but I think
good answer.
I think if someone would take everything away tomorrow, I think we would all go nuts.
What do you reckon, Chris? Can we be happy with nothing? He said, you will have... Klaus Schwab said, he's an old guy. He's probably listening because he's tapped into the world, so he's here with us now. Klaus Schwab is here. Everyone, George Soros is here. They're all here. He says, you know, they're cloud seeding above us. He runs everything. So, having said that, Klaus Schwab at the World Economic Forum said, people, meaning he said to the leaders, you will have nothing, not to the leaders in the world, you will have nothing. You don't need anything. You don't want anything. And you will be happy. That's the world we try to strive towards. That's what he wants to build. That you have nothing, but you will be happy.
Communism.
Is that communism?
We had communism in Poland. Well, I didn't experience it. My mum did.
Did she? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when you had, she says, a piece of paper and you had to go do shopping like this, you'd tick, I think, bread or something, and if it was all gone, it was all gone.
Yeah.
But you only had on a little piece of paper what's available to buy.
Wow.
And you have nothing. You own nothing.
Yep.
No private companies. No
This
private
is
property.
this is what Australia doesn't know.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
The
And
Western
people, and this is a whole another kettle of fish that we could open, because this is where I feel people live in. And look, I have a great life. I'm very, very, very grateful for it. But I feel like you're from Macedonia, hey?
Yeah.
You will probably relate to this a lot. A lot of people, not everyone, guys, don't yell at me, but they're wrapped up in this little cotton wool.
Yeah.
And everyone, is upset. Everyone needs to go, well, my life is bad. Like, I'm depressed. I need to go to the doctors. Now, I believe in depression. I'm just giving an example. But you get me, right? Like,
Well, I think what you're saying is, no, you're going to finish it, but I think your mum, your family, even my mum, my family, they lived depression, but they knew that was a feeling and an emotion. We're worried about depression is everything. Like
100%.
we're allowed to have emotions. I always say this: when you're at a funeral, you cry. When you're at a party, you sing and dance.
Yeah.
Don't get them confused. We get everything confused now.
That's so
We don't even know how to have a good time anymore because we're micromanaging it to the littlest thing that makes us depressed.
Yeah, it is so true.
I know.
People worry about things that I always say to my friends,
Yeah.
right? They love me for it.
Yeah.
Because I said, man, what are you upset about? I'd send you to Poland. You wouldn't last 2 hours. You'd be crying on the floor. Because it's a different life.
Yeah.
You can't just, you wouldn't just go to the shop and say, well, today I'm going to buy a pair of Nikes. Maybe a freaking shoelace.
Yeah.
That's all you would have money for because you get paid monthly.
100%.
In Poland. I think maybe that's why as well my perspective on life is a lot different. And
Well, I know I'm cotton wool, but I know Chris has come from a different place. Chris has only been here, what, 4 years, 5 years?
5 years.
5 years been in Australia.
only.
Only 5. But I do, like I said to you, but think about it. Think about it. We're only sold Western propaganda.
Yeah.
When my parents, I'm Greek. When I watched Greek news, it was different to the Western news. It wasn't the same news. It wasn't the same outgoings. It wasn't the same finishes. Everything changes. Like I said, the world is a different place. We're just told not to go there. Don't go to Russia. Don't go to China. Don't go here. Don't go there. The reason they tell you not to go is because you'll see what it really is.
Yeah.
Why would you go to certain countries? We don't want you to see it. We'll tell you what it looks like from far. But it's not what they're telling us isn't true. So I think what happens is that depression is a struggle that you have to manage yourself out of, which your family did, my family did, Chris's families did. They do. We are depressed because someone bullied us at work. Like, calm down, will you? Like,
Or we didn't place at a competition.
we didn't place at a competition. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, though? It's like there's struggles here, and I'm not just saying in Australia. America, there is a lot of other countries that have, generally speaking, more money. Okay, the pay is a lot different. The life is better. The children have a better life. My dad laughs all the time. He says, if you would go, your ass go back to Poland, now you die. You won't be walking around with that bag, he says to me. Do you know what I mean? But I'm very aware of that. And I think that's why, like, the perspective is different on a lot of things because you tend to be very realistic. You don't take bullshit. You know, you don't go, oh, you look beautiful, you're going to win. Hang on. I come from a different place. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know I look good, but don't, let's just see how I go. Let's just do the work first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't piss in my pocket sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
I agree.
in that regard, in the fitness, when we're talking fitness industry, it's just ridiculous right now. Everyone thinks they're going to be Mr. Olympia.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to know that the genetics and the freaks and why they're there. And sometimes you just got to humble yourself a little bit. Right now, for me, I'm happy if I get a lineup on the beach. I get a call out on the beach. If someone whistles at me, I'm good.
Yeah, look, we'll see what tomorrow brings. But I might do the call outs at the beach with you.
Why not? Why not?
If my prep doesn't go well.
I hear you might be with us on the beach. So tell me, I noticed that a really funny. I like to go with some fun. I noticed that you did some posing and dancing and antics with the posing school. They flew you over from Western Australia.
Oh yes,
let's come on. That looks so
amazing.
And they were rubbing your leg with, I don't know what they were putting on, some tanning oil or whatever. And they really treated you like a specimen, like a special.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for that experience. Yeah, the face of the wellness posing course, and I do have a discount code for that, which I think is Mon or Mon 10. Yeah, Beck's incredible, and very grateful to be able to, have my face on the wellness posing course. So yeah, and Beck's a lot of fun. Like
you girls were having fun. It looked like you were breakdancing at one stage. They're really funny. No, I'm just going to. Your eyes are out, obviously. So, are we eyeing out? I mean, step by step now. We know we've got to go do a pro. I know we've got to do steps. But is the dream Olympia?
100%.
And if I asked you now to close your eyes, so tell me what you look like at Olympia right now. Go on, you're there now. Tell me. What do you see? What do you see?
I'm seeing top 5.
Top 5. But what close your eyes. What colour's your bikini? In that picture right now?
Blue.
Blue, okay. And
yellow. No.
Blue.
I love blue. My first bikini was blue.
Yeah. It seems to be everyone who goes for their pro card wears red.
Because of Francielli.
It's Francielli, isn't it?
Olympia. We get inspired,
She's amazing, huh?
She's amazing.
Wow. When I saw her, you know Francielli? I went, there is a God.
She's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Just something about her, like incredible.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful, quite the athlete, and I'm not a bikini, I'm not anything wellness, whatever, but there's a lot to learn from her. Just watching her pose on stage, I look at it. I look at the grace. I look at when she struts it, hits it, poses it, puts it together. It's like
amazing.
Yeah, she's amazing, isn't she? She deserves the number one spot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's unbeatable in my eyes.
I was thinking to myself, even with the Arnolds, is she going to come in with her what colour bikini? But she came in with that blue one. It was beautiful, wasn't
Gorgeous.
it? Gorgeous. Don't you on their podcast?
I loved her in blue. I don't know. Like I love her in red because I feel
but it's a beautiful
it's
cozy.
Her signature colour,
It is.
She won her first Olympia. I'm pretty sure in red. Yeah, it was always red. So, but I love blue. My first bikini was blue. So.
Well, she looked amazing in that cozy. You did pole dancing. Or was that a party?
No, I did before. When I was working in the veterinary industry, I called my mum up and I said, the girls from work want to go do some classes at the Bobby Studio, which is a studio in Perth.
Bobby's everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in Australia too. In Sydney too.
So, me and the girls from work and mum started. Then I went off. It was too much with the bodybuilding. So I stopped. The girls kept going. My mum kept going and she's so good now.
Wow. Do you know I have a pole at home?
Yeah.
No, I have a pole at home.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
We do too. My mum made my dad put one up.
Well, I did it for my daughter.
It's good. It's actually really good for flexibility and strength.
God.
Or strength.
Your mum still pole dance?
She does it for fitness, yeah. She's very flexible.
Maybe we'll get her on the podcast. Also, that you were a singer or growing up you sung.
Oh, I liked singing, but I'm not singing today.
You love singing? What's your favourite song?
Oh.
Go, let's sing something together. I'll sing with you. What are we singing?
No. Not today.
All right, just name one song though. What's the song you know?
Oh, God.
What, you know
I
many
love
songs?
So many songs.
Just go one song.
I don't know now. I like the Hungry Eyes.
Do you know the words to that?
No.
I've been meaning
can't-
to tell you.
T- t-
I've got this feeling that won't subside.
Yeah, you
I
know the
look
words.
at you and I fantasize.
You're mine.
You're mine tonight, and I got
I
you
got that right. I
in
thought it was-
my sights. You gonna get up and do a walk for me? Tell me, hungry eyes.
There is a lot of songs I like.
Yeah, you can't help.
You know what I mean? I literally don't have a
I have a
favorite.
favourite,
I go
babe.
through my phases and I play it a lot, and then
You can have a favorite at the moment.
Hungry Eyes has been my favourite for 30 years.
Okay.
30 years.
what? Which one?
Hungry Eyes.
Really?
30 years. 100%. You know what my second one is?
I love Dua Lipa.
I live Chris Brown forever.
Oh
Chris Brown
yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Okay, let's get back to the dogs. What is it about you and your dog and your dogs?
Okay, so
My God,
my-
you've turned them into human beings.
Yep, and
And I want to know about your veterinarian life.
Okay,
Go.
my dad, just quickly, my dad had a go at me before I flew out to Sydney, and he said to me, "You are ridiculous. You just bought a pram for your dog. There is people that don't have that stuff for kids in Poland." So he was actually very angry.
Yeah.
He said, "Your head's turned upside down."
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Australia. No, but look, it's better doing that than partying and things.
How many dogs have you got?
5.
I've got 3.
Hang on.
I had 4. I've got 3.
Disclaimer. I'm still with my mum and dad because he works away and we're building, me and my partner. But so there is enough room for them, and they're really little. Daisy is literally 2 kilos. She's like roast chook from Woolies.
Oh, she's like a $10 chook.
Yeah, she's literally tiny, so she's considered my dad's dog.
Sorry.
And
Yep.
then who else do we have? We have Puppy. Puppy's actually disabled. She's really funny, and she like falls over when she walks because she's got some neurology. She's actually really, really funny dog. She was adopted, and finally enough, she took liking to my mum. All the time with my mum. So we're only left with 3 now. We've got Mila, the Jack Russell. I purchased her. I love Jack Russells, they're the best. From a pet shop. She's 13. They're all quite old. Daisy's I think 15. Like Puppy is like 10, then 14, and then Lucky is a mixture. I worked at Vet West. I don't know if you guys have Vet West here. I managed a veterinary clinic, and he was wandering the streets in the rain. Alone. And he was a puppy at the time and no one picked him up. It was really sad. So I collected him. And then recently Mila was really sick. The other Jack Russell had cancer. So I decided that I can't mentally, self-awareness, I can't mentally handle that. Like I will literally be in a psycho ward if something happens, no joke. So I said to my mum and partner, I'm sorry, like I don't care if this looks like I have issues because I actually need to do what's best for me, and I need this little Jack Russell mini to psychological, right? Meet Mila, so then if something happens, a part of Mila is with her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You
And
really
you know
love
what? I feel so much better. I said to Mum, like, if something happened to Mila now, like, I will actually be okay with it.
Oh, the spirit of Mila.
Yeah, I love her. Like, she's...
How long you had her for?
Mila will be 13 and a half.
Yeah.
12, 13, yeah, something. It's a while.
Well, I had a dog that lived for 18 years. Her name was Spither. Spark in Greek.
I love dogs.
I got 3 dogs. I had 4. One just passed away,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
so what are you laughing at? You're not far off.
Yeah, it's true.
Got
I didn't want. I accidentally did it. So
Same.
tell me about your veterinarian. What about your veterinarian career? How long was that?
10 years.
And did you aspire to be a veterinarian by any chance?
Yeah. Still thinking about it, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I actually looked up Murdoch last month, I think. But again, it's it's a full, like, I really need to wait for the house until that's built because of the COVID. It's been going for 4 years, so there is a lot on in life right now. And it's going to take a lot. Do you know what I mean? So
you mentioned, I want to go back to it, something about veterinarians, mental health. What was you talking about?
With the highest suicidal rate.
Veterinarian? I thought it was dentistry.
Might be dentistry and then veterinary.
Is
But
it
veterinary is really bloody high.
Someone should talk to Dr. Ash. He does both.
Who's that?
Dr. Ash, IFBB Classic. No, Men's Physique.
He does both or just vet? Yeah,
Men's
I know
Physique.
Dr. Ash.
Dr. Ash. He's a dentist and a veterinarian.
Are you sure?
He was on the podcast.
Oh, really?
He came on the podcast. We got him. Yeah, he's Dr. Ash. We're going to get him on. Are you all right, Dr. Ash? Are you okay? Are you okay, Dr. Ash?
Yeah.
But he is all right. He's mental strength. He just talks about winning. He doesn't talk about anything in between. So he'll be all right. Have we covered the closed-minded industry? You've got to tell us about possibly a closed-minded the industry and may have about opening up other coaches' feedback. I think we spoke about that. I think we've covered that, eh?
Covered that a little bit, but pretty much just be able to take feedback from other people. Like I always say, if you want your hair done, you're not going to go to a butcher. You're going to go to a hairdresser.
Well, talking about butchers and hairdressers, you've got a highlight of this, and I want to know about your nose job.
Oh, yes. I actually had a recheck with my surgeon today.
Yes. How did you go?
Yeah, good.
Your nose looks amazing.
Thank you.
What did you get done? What was it?
You've not seen the photos?
I've seen the photos before. It was a little bit rounded. Is that correct?
No.
Oh. Was it a bit of a snoz?
Yes.
And what did you? But you didn't do surgery. Did you do surgery?
Surgery, yeah. So I did have filler before. Before.
Well, I was going
What
to
am I
let her
trying to
say
say?
about her nose, not me, Chris. You think I'm stupid?
I've had a filler before the surgery because I was sponsored by one of the cosmetic injectable clinics in Perth. So that was my nose before. Now, look, it's a bad angle as well, right? But it's a big difference.
Looks like a European nose.
It's a European nose.
It's a European nose, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good European nose.
It's a good European nose, yeah.
Now you've got a very good...
Cute snoot.
my daughter's got a cute snoot, so you got a cute snoot. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. Good on you. Anything you want to share about that? Getting a nose job?
I think
Did it bother you a lot? Is that why you got it done?
No.
What'd you get it done there for?
No, I got it done because I wanted to, and I wanted to invest money into myself and not always competing and everything that comes with it. And I was very open about that to my coach and people that have asked me, because I feel like and I urge all competitors to do something for them. I don't care what it is, whether it is, going and buying yourself a pair of shoes or a bag, or if you want to go get a facial, I don't know, go for a holiday. Like, some people don't need to have a nose job. They don't believe in that sort of thing. They're happy with a holiday. For me, it's the other way around, and I own it.
Yeah, I got you. I know, I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
And tell me about this. You even explained health insurance.
Hey?
You even explained health insurance about
Yeah.
staying overnight and your health
yeah.
insurance and
because
covering
people
this and
were
covering
curious,
Yeah.
So, and again,
You're
I
very
know-
informative.
Yeah, and the thing is, I want to use my social media to actually help, not to say, hey, this is my new nose. And people go,
She was very informative.
She's splashing money, and, it's like actually take something out of what I post, because the girls were messaging me going, can I afford this? So I'm like, it's actually not as bad as you think.
Well, we did speak once
So-
about freezing eggs on the podcast. Did you know we spoke about freezing eggs? Freezing eggs? People,
Yeah.
because they might want to have a child later on and they might not
I was
miss out.
thinking of doing that.
Yeah, what's it? What was it? Caitlin McGuinness. She's frozen her eggs.
Yeah.
Caitlin McGuinness.
Did she say how much it was?
Look her up. She's a big advocate. She's got it on her page and highlights about freezing eggs. Caitlin McGuinness. She became WBFF Pro last year.
Okay.
She's
interesting.
FMG now, obviously.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure Chris has taught me off. I usually talk like this. You can't hear that. So you got to be careful. Okay, one last hot topic, and then we'll go over the body. Okay. Is there anything we haven't covered? I think we've done a good job. Chris
We've
is
even covered dogs.
Chris is looking at the time, but we seem to have got him involved more. You know what? As well, I'll be honest with you. You have been an amazing guest, and I'll just tell you why. You've acknowledged Chris and kept Chris in the conversation, probably more than me. And I've loved that. I
I keep looking at Chris for some
Yeah,
reason.
I don't know why you keep looking at Chris. But I love that because, Chris is a part of the team. He's obviously, the voice is mostly in the background somewhere. And he makes this all come to life. So he might even put a bit more love in this podcast because of that. Because if you piss him off, he can do anything he wants.
That's a good tactic, you know.
She's got a good tactic. Look at her. Well, if you piss him off, he can do anything. He can darken things up and put bags under your eyes.
Make sure I have no creases.
No. So will, hot topic, will robots compete in the future? And if you can purchase a robot, do you think we'll be able to purchase a robot that has the skin sediment of a built body? So if I go to get a robot, AI robot, am I allowed to pick a wellness one? Do you think we'll be able to choose our robots on base? And do you think we'll fall in love with our robots?
I think I think the way we're going, 100%. I mean, you now have, did you notice on your iPhone this AI thing comes up?
ChatGPT, yeah.
Like it's out of control.
I've heard people falling in love with their, have you heard that? They're falling in love with their AIs?
Yeah, of course they will, yeah.
It's just an emotion. Why is that? Is the connection?
With an AI?
Huh?
With an AI?
AI, artificial intelligence, yeah. They fall in love with them.
There's a lot of lonely people that, that's their only interaction with someone, and sadly that someone is no one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's
yeah.
It's a code.
So if you had to choose a robot, I think it's a bit cold, Chris. You had to choose a robot. What men's physique class would you choose for your robot?
To compete.
No.
What men's physique class?
So I probably would choose, if I went there and said, what robot would you like? I go, I'll have a wellness robot.
Big booty.
Big booty, nice legs.
Okay, so can I only choose out of the males categories, or?
Unless you're women prone, you can have anything you want.
Well,
I'm saying, as a male wanting a female robot, I would choose
one that's not like muscular.
So what would you choose? Like James Bond?
What does James Bond look like?
Or would you choose something like a George Clooney robot, or a Brad Pitt robot, or I don't know what, or Superman, the guy that played Superman recently?
Oh, these questions are harder than the others.
Yeah.
Well, what are you thinking, Chris? What robot would you choose?
I'll choose a Giourgis robot.
A Dua Lipa?
Yeah.
Same, I will go with that one too.
Yeah, there you go.
No, like a robot that's just down to earth and like not too shiny and muscly,
Yeah, but we're talking about, you're going to look at your robot before it talks, like everybody. Don't go too far from the microphone. Yeah, so tell me. I'm saying that's what I'd want. So when I come home and she says, "Hello, Stephen."
I don't like any of the categories. I wouldn't choose any of the robots.
Oh, so what would you choose then? What would he be looking like? Like, what body do you like besides your boyfriend's? That's if you do like it.
Like,
You won't watch it.
I don't really care about the body though. I literally don't care about the body. Like,
So you're happy to? So we're happy to. So we're happy to give you Albert Einstein.
What the hell is that?
The guy that had the moustache and his eyes were crazy and his hair's everywhere. That's the robot you want.
Yeah,
Very
if I
intelligent.
actually liked him, then yeah, that's fine.
I'll show you Albert.
I'm being dead serious though. Like, I don't really care. Like,
Chris, what about you, mate? Oh yeah, you said you. All right. I can't believe it.
Is awesome. I love her. I mean, look, I probably don't want to like a full-on slob, but
No. This one's Albert Einstein. You ready? That's what she wants. That's what she wants, Chris. She wants intelligence. All right, that's who we're going to give you.
I just want someone really funny.
Really funny. Okay. Well, let's go over the body now. We're going to go over the body, okay?
Yeah.
I think we've covered everything, Chris.
I think so.
Yeah, we've done a great podcast. So,
Chris is going to have a lot of
and I really want you to
He's
sing.
not looking
I really
forward to
feel like I want you to sing. We might sing at the end.
I'm not singing.
We're going to go over the body.
No, after talking.
All right, exercise.
I feel like my voice has dropped 3 levels.
Okay.
Are you fat up or fed up? Tired of boring food? We just cooked this from our What Should I Eat cookbook. It's also on an ebook, making it more affordable for you. So,
get your copy at threeog.shop.
Let's go over the body. Exercise, sets and reps. You just give me an exercise and the sets and reps, all right? If you train it, you do, you don't, you don't. All right? Like it's just, I'm going to go over the body. Okay? Give you an example. If you said biceps to me, I might say preacher curls. Yeah? 3 sets of 12. That's it. Does that make sense? Something very simple. Yeah? You ready?
Yeah, but what's this about?
I just want you to tell me an exercise and how many sets and reps I do if I asked you.
Oh, okay.
So,
yeah.
traps. Do you train traps?
No.
No, okay, of course not.
I don't even train upper body.
Delts?
Not anymore.
Okay, that's okay. Chest?
No.
Back?
No, not really. Like, I train it once a week, but
What do
it's
you do?
not really training it. At the moment, I haven't been.
Okay. Abs?
No, definitely not.
God, because what? Bicep?
No.
Tricep?
No, no upper body.
Forearms?
I'm training lower body. At
Quads?
The moment. Quads, yes.
Give me a quad.
Leg press.
How many sets reps?
Right now? I think my program... Oh, for you.
No, just.
Oh, gosh.
You're a coach.
What are we talking about? Are you building?
Building. I want to
shredding?
build.
If you're German volume style training or normal, I don't know, 3 sets, 8 to 10.
8 to 10. So we're heavy. Hammies?
Same, if we're building.
Yeah. What's
Same
the exercise? What's the exercise?
Oh,
Couple leg press.
seated leg curl.
So, all right. 3 sets of 8 to 10. Building.
Yep.
Calves?
Seated calf raise. Seated.
Yeah.
Calf.
What do you do? 3
Calves
to
I normally do a little bit more.
I do. I've
15, 20 reps.
I've actually introduced calves twice a
That's
week as well
Yeah.
because I need to get them up. Tibialis? That's the front of the calves.
I don't train it.
Yeah. Just makes me sound intelligent.
Mine is actually quite developed from I don't know if you can see it in this light. No, the pants are too tight. Just from other things.
Okay. Glutes. What's your glute exercise?
I love Smith machine. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's a Smith machine, but a elevated backward lunge with chest out, lean forward, push through the heel. I like to do it on a Smith machine. Mm-hmm. It hits it really, really well, and because you're in that
and lunging backwards, lunging back.
Correct.
A little bit elevated, so on a step.
1 foot on 2 plates or a little, platform.
Yeah.
Lunging back, so you
Wow,
put that glute in a really stretched position. I believe that more in that exercise than hip thrusts.
All right, I want to stick with this glute moment quickly.
Glute moment.
I seeing a lot of emphasis on glutes. Everyone's found the pose, and everyone hits the camera. Competitor, not competitor.
Yep.
Have we lost? Like, firstly, I want to know, how big can your ass get?
What's that question about?
The question is like, when are you content on that? Like, I know
for me, it depends on the criteria.
But how big can it get? What I'm asking you is I've noticed sometimes having too big of arms can be a disadvantage to not for the rest of your body.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing with your glutes? You just got to be very careful because we can go big nuts, but there's a point where you've got to be careful.
The first thing is that we have to remember Instagram is not reality.
Yeah.
It is simply not reality.
Yeah.
I can make my glutes. I do not Photoshop my photos apart from changing the lighting and maybe smoothing the face out sometimes. But apart from that, I will never make any body parts bigger or twist things around to make it bigger. However, angles is a different thing.
Angles, yes.
Do you know what I mean?
I've noticed.
If you take a photo on a specific angle, it can make your glutes look 3 times as big. So there is that component, right? To remember that. The second component, really important, is that criteria looks different on everyone. Let's be honest. At the moment, all the amateurs, plus even pros like myself that are at the bottom of the ladder, do we really think that the glutes are going to get to a point even in the next 4 years that are too big. The reality is probably not. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think it's really important to remember that the criteria does look different on everyone. Do you know what I mean? For example, me, because I have such a small waist, it actually goes in my favor regardless of the fact that I'm tall, because of those ratios. Even though my legs might be smaller than other competitors, because I'm tall and my leg is this long, I can make it look bigger because of my waist, because of my proportions. So for me, I might not have to. This is just hypothetical, right? It's I'm tall, so I probably will have to build on a lot more than others. But just hypothetically, I might not have to get it that big because of those ratios. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. And my last question for that, glutes, is are some girls, because it is girls, it's not guys, I'm just saying, like, do you think some are mistaking masculine glutes just with fat glutes? Because some girls are putting their coaches teaching glute exercise, and when you look at them, you can see that's just you were genetically given a big ass.
100%. There is a lot of girls we see, particularly with the new wellness, the wellness division. I think it's a little bit better now, but there was a period of time where a lot of because it's such a cool division, like booty. Guys like booty,
of course we love
right?
booty. Yeah,
You like a bit of meat.
we love it.
A lot of the bikini girls started, and girls in general started saying, "Well, I'm going to do wellness."
Yeah.
And they look like wellness.
Yeah.
In what are those things? Commas.
Inverted commas.
Yeah, whatever. They might look wellness-y in the off season, but once you peel off their body fat, it's a different story. And I can tell you right now, I lose. What am I now, centimeters wise? I lose 10 centimeters over 10 just from my glutes. Wow. So that's a lot. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So there is a lot of body fat. So yes, you are right. People are mistaking wellness is not body fat. Yes. Wellness is proportions. It is muscle.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But like I said to you, there's girls that are showing off training experts on their ass, and their asses are just big. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing, but I'm glad we've clarified it. Well, this is your chance to promote yourself. So where can we find you? I know where I found you, but you
can find me on Instagram, and it is Monika with a K Jedras _IFBB Pro. Was I too close?
No, that was perfect. TikTok,
and
same
then
thing?
TikTok. Oh my god, I actually don't know what my TikTok is.
I think it's the same.
I think it's the same, and it is Monika Jedras IFBB Pro. Yeah, all in one go.
So have you done the thumbnails, Chris? You done good ones? You know, she's spoken to you like a lot. You better light this one up. Yeah. All right.
Chris has been amazing and very patient. While we have been having an argument.
He is literally kicking inside his head. He's ripped this room apart. He's very stoic. I want to say.
No, I know what that means.
Stoic means he's held all his emotions inside. Yeah, now that you know he's held his emotions inside.
Help me understand.
I want to say thank you.
Thank you.
From the very beginning when I first messaged you, which was in 2023, I wanted to get you on because I felt you were top of the game.
Thank you.
Respected to be top of the game. And I wanted the top of the game on the show, on the podcast. And I didn't know what you were like. You were like I said, meaning really super cool, but obviously a ghost. And what I'm alluding to is, like I said, because I've never gone to a show and gone on stage and been next to some pro athletes. And like I said, you were stunning.
Thank you.
And we've had Emmanuel Wardu, that won pro card on that same comp you're at.
Yeah.
He won Classic Physique.
Yeah.
Manual. Like I said, some great people, some great characters. You're all.
Thank you so much.
So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure is on my side. Thank you, both of you, for having me and for dealing with me being super annoying.
I love the fact that
But
I love that we were off script, mostly off
Yeah,
script. It was
and I
great.
do blame me not replying because, you know, it's never my fault. I do blame that on my uncle that passed away. And I say that,
I'm so sorry.
no, he would laugh. He would laugh right now that I said that.
Yeah.
No, but in all honesty, yeah,
Well,
it
God
was-
rest his soul.
Yeah, he was
all right.
amazing. It was just hectic because everything happened after the comp. And I was like, oh.
Nah, a lot of life goes on
Yeah.
after a comp. That's another one. Perspective. Life goes on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No worries.